Duval County, 904 in this bitch, huh? Put your hands up. Yeah, you feel that bass? Turn it up. It's that dirty South punk rock. Dirty South. Dirty South, yeah. Throw it up. Where you from, nigga? Where you from? Duval. You could get caught in the club. Roll with your hood, throw it up in the club. Or you could get stomped in the club for a dog that I saw. Shawty, we don't give a fuck, yeah. But you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me. Cold weed, baby, 50 deep. Hold on back, hold on back. Man, fuck that, nigga. Hold on back, hold on back. Man, fuck that, nigga. Hold on back, hold on back. Fuck that, fuck that. DJ Dirty Ski. When I reach for the herb, nigga, what's the word? Bitch, nigga better recognize real G down the ride. Dirty South, I'm a record till I die. And I ain't even gotta tell her what my name is. I just walk right in like I'm famous. Get out the way, bitch. I'm heading straight to the VIP where I'ma drink everything for free. Damn right. You can get caught in the club. Roll with your hood, throw it up in the club. Or you can get stomped in the club for a dog that I saw. Shawty, we don't give a fuck, yeah. But you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me. Whole weed, baby, 50 deep. When I say whole wheat, y'all say bread. Whole wheat, bread. Whole wheat, bread. When I say whole wheat, y'all say bread. Whole wheat, bread. Whole wheat. Y'all motherfuckers don't want no problems, nigga. Whole wheat bread, bitch, Southside Duval County. It's that dirty South punk rock shit. Y'all gonna have to try extra hard to get up in this punk shit now, nigga. Y'all niggas don't want no problems, nigga. Shut up. Back the fuck up.
God, what just happened? All right, so it's the altered perspective, but not everyone is here, and we have other people though. Let me get double Shabs off the screen. I don't know how that happened. Pimpmunk is not here because he's a nincompoop. All right.
Yes,
like
that's true.
Like, I was trying to think of an insult that really isn't that bad, but if people say it enough, it might annoy the shit out of him. So if you guys could remember the next time you see a Pimpmunk stream, be like, Pimpmunk, you're a nincompoop.
Mm-hmm. Gotta let him know.
Nincompoop monk. He's a nincompoop monk.
That's true.
I'm nincompoop monk.
He's a nincompoop.
Oh my God.
It's true. I've seen it myself.
Yep. And throughout the night, you can just call him a nincompoop. We'll all call him a nincompoop. And if he shows up, family. We'll be like, who's this nincompoop? It's a great word. It's pretty fun. You can tweet at him right now and be like, Pimpmunk, you're a nincompoop.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That's an excellent idea.
Yeah,
that's a genius.
It's a very satisfying word to say. It's silly and like maybe a little gross.
I don't even know the origin of it. You know, another one is you boob. Skeletor. Skeletor would insult his henchmen in the 1980s He-Man animated series. He would call them a boob. Right here.
We should chain them up before they come to.
No hurry,
They're gone! But where? How?
It's the sorceress, you boob! Well, she won't cheat me of this victory.
You boob? We need to make these insults used way more because they're great. Nincompoop, which is what Pimpmunk is, and then you boob.
I think we should use them so much and get them so prolific that they like people start to get really offended and they become like legitimate slurs. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah,
to turn nincompoop into something deeply offensive.
Dude, you don't say boob in 2032. That's like some 2021 shit right there.
Did you hear that I said the other N-word again? That
the other N-word.
N-word 2.0.
N-word 2.0. Nincompoop. Yeah. Oh my God.
Why can't we just have a nice N-word for a change?
Oh, you're right, Eduardo Garcia. He is kind of a nincompoop too, but not like nincompoop monk.
I'm a big fat boob, a jiggly boob. Okay,
a big fat jiggly boob.
Yeah,
you're not
I can confirm from personal experience.
You're not just
a
like
big fat nipple,
but you're kind of skinny. Like I thought you'd have like little mosquito bites.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
there's 3 of them.
I got a very fancy beer.
Point that out. Ooh,
it's a Belgian sour apple beer.
Sounds good.
It's really good.
I'm gonna get something to light this joint real quick. Match.
It's a fruit beer. I had a bunch of videos and I'm like, hey, Nincompoop Monk would think that this is great. He would like some of these, but he didn't show up. What a nincompoop.
It sounds like something a nincompoop would do.
I know. Well, leave it to Nincompoop Monk to do something a nincompoop would do.
Ooh, nincompoop.
You boob! You boob!
You breast!
What's a nincompoop?
Breasticle.
Now, I have a lot of videos. We'll go through as many of them as possible. There's a link in the description if you want to add an hour to tonight's show. You can do that. Throw us a like at the very least. That's free, you boobs.
You boob! You're a boob!
So you got your new desk, huh, Shabisky?
Yeah, I'm not sitting at it yet, though, because I have a lot of stuff still to do with it, but you can see it. You can see it over there.
It looks like a wall.
Yeah, that's what I bought, a wall. Okay.
It's one of those vertical desks. Right. It's a vertical desk. He lays on his back and just has magnets on everything and just sticks to a wall. It's all the rage these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be funny if you sit down at the desk and it just like falls apart.
Oh.
I want that to happen.
Nah, I've already been messing with it a bunch. Did
you have sex on top of it?
Well. I did, just to make sure it's nice and properly put together.
You boob.
You boob! Himp's a boob!
Oh, shit. So, I don't know if you're aware of this, Shabisky, because it doesn't involve weed.
What?
But there's, oh my God, I wish Nincompoop Monk was here. Nincompoop Monk, why did you do this to me? I'm so sad. What? We're gonna go through something else actually, because like I need Nincompoop Monk for this. I was tailoring everything around Nincompoop Monk. All right, here's check this out.
And then Marge Stone.
All right, well, I'm just thankful that y'all don't have the ability to make a mask mandate. And tonight I was going to talk about the need for a second high school, but I was sidetracked by, for the boys, or the idea of a Mexican is a Mexican is a Mexican. Take her out back, we boys figured, then hand on the... Put it in her coin box, put it in her cornhole, grab a hold of that braid, rub that calico. You can find that on page 39 of the book called Out of Darkness, which you can find at Hudson Bend Middle School and Bee Cave Middle School.
Okay.
All right, not gonna lie, I had to Google cornhole because I have the game in the back of my yard. But according to Wikipedia, cornhole is a sexualist slang vulgarism for anus. The term came into the use in the 1910s and the
She's one of these like hero Karens who comes in like, I'm gonna look through every book in the library and make sure it doesn't have any bad words, and if it does, I'm gonna fucking throw a fit.
And if you notice,
it's cornhole.
Everyone else has a mask on except for her.
In the United States, its verb form to cornhole, which came into usage in the 1930s, means to have anal sex. I do not want my
I think some places let you take your mask off at a podium and make you put it back on, but who fucking knows?
She doesn't have a mask with
children
her
to learn about anal sex in middle school. I have never had anal sex. I don't want to have anal sex. I don't want my kids having anal sex.
Fucking Karen, you wouldn't have anal sex.
I mean, yeah.
I want you to start focusing on education and not public health.
Stone, you're on.
They cut her mic.
Oh, yeah, maybe if she wasn't an annoying bitch and putting her fucking mouth right up to the mic.
I want you to start focusing on education and not
Public health.
Public health. Okay, let's start focusing on education. And let's start focusing on the fact that if you go through and look for every mildly offensive fucking thing in your school library, even in middle school, anything that fucking offends any little sensibility your blonde white Christian ass might have, okay, you're not going to expose your kids to shit that's dangerous.
Right.
And they won't understand the world, you fucking cunt. I hate these people.
I love how she says that as if middle school kids don't know what the fuck anal is. Like, they don't know what sex is and shit. Like, they know. They're old enough.
They start figuring. Not everyone knows, but they start. Many of them do.
It's silly.
Yeah.
She's a hero. Oh, shit. Bush is getting old.
Sir, this is not the time. This is not the time for that, sir. Yes.
Someone in like he's doing some kind of interview, former President George W. Bush, and someone in the crowd is heckling him.
Yeah, after the Iraq War.
No, it is disrespectful to the audience. Yeah. Yeah, no. There we go. That's okay.
You know how these kinds of stories end with, and they all clapped. They were clapping for security.
Right, yeah, they were clapping for him being removed.
Yeah,
they all clapped for me. No,
he's not wrong though. And you know, if it was the leader of some other country that was responsible for that many deaths, the United States would probably want to try them for war crimes.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Here's the thing in America. The good news is, in other countries, the guy would end up in jail for yelling at a president. Here he's allowed to express himself, and I want to apologize for...
Go to prison. Throw the stream a like, please. YouTube doesn't like both of my channels anymore, so your likes are very helpful and much appreciated.
Whoa!
Don't hurt him! Don't hurt him! Don't hurt him! Don't hurt him! You all right? Hey, that's your lieutenant governor! What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? That's your lieutenant governor! God damn, dude! What do you guys think you're doing?
Lieutenant Governor candidate Mac Miller.
What?
That's what this is.
What do you guys think you're doing? Is this a criminal? This ain't a criminal. This.
He got forced out of like a courthouse.
He's a citizen. You guys are done. You guys are done.
911. I'm calling right now. We're calling an emergency. You can't stop me from calling an emergency. No, you cannot stop us from calling emergency. No. You guys think you're...
It's let's get the context here because it is unclear exactly what happened. Mac Miller, Nevada lieutenant governor candidate, forcibly thrown out of meeting. A candidate for lieutenant governor of Nevada was forcibly removed from a meeting about COVID-19 misinformation on Tuesday in scenes captured on video and shared to social media. Footage shows Mac Miller being forcibly removed by 2 security guards from a meeting of the Clark County Commission in Las Vegas, where misinformation about the virus was declared a public health crisis. Multiple videos shared on social media show the security officers ejecting Miller and bringing him through a metal detector that shakes and almost falls to the ground as the result of the struggle. Let's see. What if
Funny that his name's Mac Miller.
Yeah.
One letter away from being spelled the same exact way as the rapper. But yeah, this happened in Nevada.
Yes, it did in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Somebody said in the chat that he's selling it really well, and that might be the case, but he does look like he's kind of older, and he looks like he was being like really shoved hard.
I don't know how old he is. I don't think he's that old.
No?
Probably in his 40s.
Really,
I mean, they were dragging the metal detector with them. Like,
let's look at it one more time.
I wouldn't be
okay, so he didn't like hit the ground super hard.
No.
I mean, that wouldn't feel good. But
it looked like it may have hit his head when he.
Yeah, he may have, but it was they didn't like throw him. He fell enough for it to hurt. But
yeah, it seems like it may be a bit of exaggeration on his part there.
I mean, you never know. I'm sure you could still get concussed like that, depending on you.
Yeah.
I think I have another. I have another video on this that shows a little more
Another angle. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. You boob.
You boob.
All right.
You all right? Who are you, boob?
I am here in the Clark County Commission chambers, and all the officers are shoving, and hey, wait a minute, what are going on? Hey, what the hell? Don't push me now. Do not push me. Now, don't get rough. Don't get rough. I don't want to start here. The commissioners have now shut down this meeting and kicking us out. I've now been shoved by all the officers here, specifically this gentleman is shoved. I am normally the most calm person here. We got this. This is not something we do. We've got this guy right here, security guard. I don't know his number, but this guy is shoving Mindy Lloyd into me. I've got a bad knee and a bad back, and this guy shoves her into me.
Turn around and get the fuck out of there.
We're being kicked out of this meeting. This is the city council meeting. I am live. I am right here in the county commission chamber where we've been kicked out. I've been sitting here for over an hour and a half. And this security guard.
It's ridiculous in there. There's some chaos going on.
Chosen to not only push me, but also shove Ms. Lloyd out of this committee chambers meeting. Here's the problem. We've got a major problem here. This is not how it should be. This is not how it should be. We are closing and shutting down the chambers. I am not going right here fighting with you. I'm not going anywhere. It's not
Resign.
What is your name? What is your name? What is your name and your badge number? 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 I don't get shoved lightly.
Seems like
I've been court martialed, not been arrested. I'd be damned if a security guard walking by people are going to shove me around. You're not going to shove me around anymore. I'm falling in my way. And that's goddamn community. And there's no way you're going to stop me.
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's getting crazy now. There's that nincompoop in the chat. Nincompoop.
Nincompoop monk.
Nincompoop.
You're a nincompoop.
You're right, Pimpmunk. You are a sick fuck.
You sick bastard.
You nincompoop. So there's that.
Yeah, it's weird how it's somebody recording a screen playing. I'm sure you noticed that this video is somebody recording the screen.
I hate it when people do that.
Yeah, it's like the easiest time ever to be able to like put it on your phone and upload it or whatever. Like do it right, but
what
still can't figure it out. What a nincompoop. Pimpmunk, did you do this? Huh? Was that you?
I bet he's gone already. He's like, fuck those guys. Calling me a nincompoop.
Yeah,
it's a deeply offensive word, I'm telling you.
I know.
Yeah, it's N-word number 2.
We're just abusing it, man. It's terrible, terrible people we.
It's happening to me.
Take me to court because boy, I have a lot to say. Hi. Hi. Okay, so, yeah, you gonna tell anyone there's Russian warships off Seattle?
There's Russian warships off Seattle. I'm doomed.
Start with that.
Okay, I've seen them. You're fucked.
Who are we telling?
Oh, and you know what?
Yeah?
Ask this lady why she has a CIA haircut.
She has a CIA. There's an official CIA haircut apparently, and it's purple.
I have a CIA haircut, guys. Look at that purple hair.
Because she gets gas a lot, right? Or wears gas a lot more like it. Electroshock gas? Yeah. That's what.
Did she say electroshock gas?
Ghost stop gas? I don't know what she said.
I'm sure. Let's see, she having like metal poles on her. Hi, ugly. Do you want to look at yourself in a mirror?
I do, actually.
Okay, well, wow, you're delusional.
Okay.
She called her delusional.
You are really ugly.
She's like, you're really ugly. What a jerk.
In whatever language it is that you're speaking, okay? This is America, and you get it right the first time. You get it right the first time. Get it right the first time. Get it right the first time, okay?
She walked into the door. One more time.
In whatever language it is that you're speaking, okay?
Whatever language it is.
Wow.
This is America.
This is America.
And you get it right the first time. You get it right the first time. Get it right the first time.
Hallmark
get
of America, getting it right the first time.
Right the first time, okay?
She looked like such a dumbass right there.
I mean, the entire time she looked like a dumbass. The end was just like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy, how does it feel to be a racist piece of shit? Oh, yep. Nope.
I like that.
Who's she?
Tommy Lauren. She's like a far-right social media journalist. I think she's been on Fox News, too.
Yeah, I definitely
probably recognize her if the video was a bit longer or whatever. She didn't have the hat on or something.
If she was in like full like show production mode, you would definitely.
Yeah. Got him.
Hi, good morning.
We just wanted to come eat. I understand that there's no mandate in Orange County.
Okay, and we have to reserve the right to refuse service. So
that doesn't work. That doesn't work for medical.
They're at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and they're doing the typical like, well, there's no mandate. They're like, well, it's private property, and we reserve the right to refuse service. And she's like, well, it doesn't work for her medically. It's like, well, get the fuck out.
Ben, you find the best crazy people vids.
Well, thank you. Help me reach my goal. If you want to help me reach my motherfucking goal.
It's like, why don't these guys just get food for delivery or whatever the fuck if it's that big of a deal, like wearing a mask? Like,
they're
just
dumb.
eat at home. It's so stupid.
They're dumb.
I don't want to tip the driver.
That doesn't work for disability. What's your name? What's your name, please?
Can I see your phone, baby? Can I see your phone?
Can you please leave? No, I cannot please leave. You can call the police. You can call the police.
You can call the police? I mean, you'll get charged with trespassing. That's trespassing. If you're on private property and someone there asks you to leave and you don't leave, that's a crime. It's trespassing. People are so dumb. I hate the world I live in because they're like, I'm not some genius. Yeah, I agree. Like I'm not some genius. Like I don't think I'm that smart. You know, but these people are just like a new level of stupid. Like they make me feel like a genius.
You don't get to walk around talking about how like how hard your dick is for like rule of law and like libertarianism and shit and like, you know, personal rights and liberties and then not understand a basic trespassing law.
Yeah. You have no right to refuse service to me. I have PTSD. I cannot wear a mask. I cannot wear a mask. So you wouldn't let a veteran come in here because he can't wear a mask? Absolutely not.
No, not now. They're pulling the veteran card. Like what?
Do you know? It's against our safety and health guidelines. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's absolute bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. Under the 1964 Civil Rights Act.
Oh no! Come on.
I demand equal access, and I will be calling the police. I will be calling the police. I have PTSD.
I have PTSD. Fucking.
Oh my god.
Well, if you know the country you're living, you're rolling the dice with earning more, idiot. Fucking leave.
The fucking victimhood, man. Everyone's a fucking victim.
You guys are discriminating against me. You guys are discriminating against me. And if you do not want to give your name, trust me, there will be lawsuits. There will be lawsuits, and you will be personally.
Oh my god, there will not be lawsuits. No lawyer's gonna take your case.
You will be personally. Look at the sign. I'm 6 feet away.
Could we please get a business card? Could we get your business card, please?
You can leave.
You can leave. You do what?
You cannot come in our area. You cannot come in our area. Do not walk before me.
Oh my god, so now the dude's getting into it. Oh man.
You just touched me.
Get out of here. I don't care. Get out of here.
You just touched me.
Fauci lied and people lied. Go read his email. Go read the
Here's a meme I saw on Facebook.
The Spanish flu, people died from wearing masks. And that's Fauci.
Oh my god, so now the conspiracy theories come out. Yeah, I have no sympathy for these people. They are dumb as fuck. They're dumb. They're dumb. The sad thing is they probably have kids and shit too. They like
definitely.
They're passing on their fucking shitty ass dumbass genes.
Did I hear her wrong? Didn't she say that people are dying from wearing masks?
She
Isn't that what
said
she said
during the Spanish flu, which happened in like 1918, that people died from wearing masks, which isn't true at all. It was like 50 million people worldwide died from the Spanish flu because they didn't have medical technology. Apparently, though, in the U.S., COVID just surpassed the Spanish flu recently for deaths in the U.S. Because we're
fun fact: the Spanish flu was actually first documented in Kansas.
Yeah.
And later spun into the Spanish flu.
Yeah, it was
because Spain
name.
was hit super hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I just use that name so people know what I'm talking about.
Estimates range from 7.4 to 100 million, but usually it's around the middle.
Yeah,
people say.
So like 50 million is what I was estimating.
His own research. Go look that up.
It doesn't matter.
You guys are discriminating against me.
You just hit me. You just hit me.
You guys are discriminating against me because I have
Get out of here.
PTSD.
Bye. Instagram, Facebook. Bye.
You will be sued.
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 Bye.
You will be
Thank
sued.
you. Bye.
I have PTSD.
Bye.
I have
Thank you.
PTSD,
Bye.
and you're just.
Why you're pretty brave for someone who has PTSD. Like you sure don't mind causing some shit in public for someone with PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Like what was your traumatic stress and why can't you wear a mask? I don't understand. Like you seem pretty aggressive, not really afraid or timid or suffering from anything serious here.
Discriminating against me. As a black person, you should be ashamed.
Oh my God, they just said as a black person you should be ashamed.
As a black person, you should be ashamed.
Have a wonderful day,
60 years ago, you couldn't drink from the same water fountain as me.
Oh my God, she's going there.
Fuck all the way off with that bullshit,
You
bitch.
can't compare mask shit to civil rights. Like, it's not the same thing. Wow.
And now you're discriminating against me. Do you feel good? Do you feel good?
She's giving me PTSD with her attitude.
Yes. Yeah, I would want to slap the shit out of her. That's something you would get sued, though, and go to jail for. But, you know, I would, yeah, it's very irritating.
Wait till people see this shit. Wait till people see this shit.
Yeah, I love it when people film this and put it on the internet thinking it makes them look good. The lack of self-awareness is just staggering. Let's see what else we got here.
Hi, I'm Lori. I'm an entrepreneur. I have some strong thoughts on DACA.
I'm Estrella. I'm a student. I currently work part-time, and I am a DACA recipient.
Every country has laws to become a citizen. I feel very strongly that our laws are in place for a reason.
America was built on everyone being welcome and coming here. Currently, you don't feel welcome.
She has no accent whatsoever. So I wonder how old she was when she came over here, or if she was just really good at getting rid of the accent.
You don't feel comfortable. Hi, I'm Estrella.
Hi, Estrella. I'm...
It sounds like her name is Australia. I think it's Estrella, but it sounds like Australia. Hi, I'm Australia.
Lori, I'm so glad to meet you. I hear we have some
I'm
different
Austria.
views on immigration.
Yeah, we do.
Estrella, are you a DACA recipient?
Yeah, I am. Do you think I should be deported?
Huh?
I'd hate to see you deported, you know, but if that's the law, then you gotta go. And I hope you have family in Mexico.
Good thing it's not the law,
That's all I can say.
I hope you have family in Mexico.
For me, how it makes me feel of being deported, it's the scariest thought I have. It makes me feel that I don't belong here. And if I go back, I don't belong there either. If I were to get deported, I know I'd have to go back to Mexico, to a place that...
This is from the New York Post, so I don't think they're actors.
I don't even remember and have to start my life over there.
Yeah, so she came young. That's why she has no accent.
No, I feel for you, and I feel that story, but a lot of it I think is garbage. And I'm just sorry. I'm so tired of listening to everybody say this. There's people who are dying to travel and go to other countries. My daughter would give her right arm to go study in Europe. You're studying in America. I mean, you're going to go back with a degree. You're going to go back and have a great job. Why is it so horrible?
She almost seems like she's acting, though. I don't know.
Only the one on the left, yeah.
In Mexico. Why?
It's not horrible living in Mexico. It's not that I don't want to go back. It's that I don't want to be kicked out.
Why don't you all go and stand up to your own government and go, hey, give us a job. Give us housing.
Yeah, because that works. That works so easily. Hey, government, give me a job. Give me housing. That doesn't happen here. Why would it happen in Mexico? What?
If this is real, this is the most entitled bitch.
Yeah, she's very ignorant if this is the case.
And I just see this
it's alarming.
big group of people not doing it. And they just want this free ride. I'm like, let's give them the free ride. Let's give them amnesty right now. What are we going to do with the next group?
The entire time you said, go back to my country, go back to Mexico. This is my country, though. This is where I've been. And do we really want to be the type of people that just kind of throw the towel and we say, let's get them all out? Or do we say, yes, let's give them amnesty? And if it comes to another point where there's other people that want to come here, another problem, we're going to fix that too. We're supposed to welcome in people.
Why didn't your parents become the citizens and then they could have naturalized you?
I don't know about my parents, and this isn't really about my parents. Mm-hmm. This is about me. And that's why us dreamers are out there. This is where I belong. And it's up to me.
But it's really crappy that your parents did this. And I'm sorry, you don't want to put them, I'm throwing them under the bus. My parents made sure, and their parents made sure that we didn't have to go through this. You know, I'd be pretty damn mad at them.
I'm not mad at them at all. I felt that my parents were trying to protect me when they brought me over here. They wanted me to come over here and be the first one in my family that's a female to go to college and to have an actual job and to be an actual person and not just a statistic. What scares me is I don't know what's gonna happen.
Did you register?
Yes,
okay.
I have my card, I have my work permit, I have everything, but what's gonna happen next? Am I still gonna have that card in a year and a half, in 2 years, in 3 years? Where are you from?
Born in Wisconsin, raised in California.
Okay.
I was born in America.
But my parents.
So earlier she said, my parents and their parents made sure we didn't have to go through this. They were fucking born here.
Yeah.
Cunt.
Another stupid thing about it is if they're a good working part of the economy and everything, they have a job and everything, then they're helping not the economy. They only help America by being another person that works a normal job and everything. Like, it's silly.
If you're working on a permit, you're paying taxes.
Yeah, and why would you want to kick those people out that are helping our economy?
You know, California, where she spent most of her life, was part of Mexico all the way up until the year 1850. Yeah. I mean, like Los Angeles was, the city of Los Angeles existed before California became part of the United States. That's why it has a Spanish name. So it's kind of weird.
They were born in New York, but their parents on both sides were Italian immigrants. Nothing was handed to them.
Right.
You know, and they fought and they did it by the book.
Your family struggled through it.
Being born in America was just handed to you.
And my family's still struggling through it.
You didn't earn that.
And I'm trying to come out of it. Before DACA, I couldn't do this. I couldn't be here. I couldn't be talking to you.
You were hiding?
I was hiding because who I was a criminal. And I don't want to talk about my parents. It's about me. I have to wait to see what happens in Congress because I'm DACA. I'm going to be the first one to go. I'm going to have to say goodbye to my job, say goodbye to my dream. And I've worked so hard.
I wish that it wasn't like this.
I can't wait for her to be like, just get married really quick. Then you won't have to leave. Just find some dude.
And I really wish you all the best in pursuing your dream.
Even though sometimes I don't feel wanted, I know that there's going to be a time where that's going to change. And I'm going to be here to see that change.
Well, it was nice I wish you all
It
the
was
best.
You wish her all the best, but you wish she'd go back to
Yeah.
her native
Wish she'd get the
country
fuck outta here.
that she hasn't lived in for most of her life. Yeah, I wish you all the best on your way back to Mexico.
Meet you too.
What's the round of applause for? It's awful.
Don't make me stupid when you edit this. I found her to be a delightful young lady. I feel so sad. I felt her pain and her fear of having to be deported to a country that she doesn't know.
Fear, but fuck her. Get her out of here.
In my head, I knew there were people out there like that, but the fact that I got to see someone say that to my face, I felt a little bit disgusted.
You know, it could just be just another experience should it come down to her and her family having to be deported. It could be a wonderful experience.
No!
It could
Getting deported. You're
it has
being
a
forced.
possibility of.
You're being forced to leave your home against your will. How can that be a good experience?
Guys. Haven't you heard? Under Biden's plan, deportation is going to be basically a vacation forever. Going to have an all-expense-paid cruise.
It's like studying in Europe.
30 feet around the border.
It's like studying in Europe.
It's like studying in fucking Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Burn her at the stake.
How you look at it.
They call us dreamers for a reason, because we dream of a better life.
Fuck, if Mexico was like Europe, I'd be traveling to Mexico all the time. I've been to Mexico once, and I was like, not for me. Like, I saw the, like, poverty and the cops carrying fully automatic weapons and I mean, there's some beautiful beaches and cool stuff and nice weather there, but I would never want to live there, and I really don't ever really want to go back again. But I saw some amazing stuff while I was there. I went all around Mexico. I went on a cruise all through Mexico and saw some of the bigger cities in Mexico and some jungle-like climates and landscapes. I went pretty far down south, almost to Central America. So it was nice enough, but I'm not really interested.
And I know that we're gonna make it a reality.
Yeah. I like Canada a lot. Canada has more European vibes. Like Montreal is a very European it feels very European for a North American city. Even Vancouver seems more like Vancouver has areas that seems that they have like the big like weed cafes. There's like a part of the city that has like the indoor weed cafes where you can like buy food and a drink and weed and smoke it there in the place where you buy it. Kind of like what they have in Amsterdam. So Vancouver kind of gives me like the like almost like a, in some places almost like a Netherlands kind of feel to it. What else we got here?
Oh damn!
Let's see what this is.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is a really beautiful part of Massachusetts. There's this little running water.
I like how he's showing us the beautiful part of Massachusetts when it's pitch dark and you can hardly see anything. Why not wait till the sun comes up?
This looks beautiful. Look at this. See the little
right
bit
by
of
the hotel,
stuff we can kind of...
and you can hear it. Yeah, it sounds really relaxing, doesn't it? This camera has completely useless low-lux video recording, so you're not going to be able to see much of anything. But it's the sound that really does it. Way more than the video.
He's a master videographer. This is basically Oscar-worthy material here. Everyone throw us a like if you just got here. Let's get some more people in here. If you want to help me with my goal, I'll add an extra hour to the show. We almost always accomplish it. We're 17.5% of our way there right now. So
today I wanted to discuss a comment that I had received on a video that I had done on employment and unemployment benefits and employee loyalty a few months ago. This video was about how lots of people are not returning to demeaning jobs after the pandemic. Now, there were a few people that pointed out that the very generous government unemployment benefits and government printing money is not a free market thing, and that has a lot to do with people's decision making. And 100% that is most certainly a part of it. But one of the things that I think is important to discuss...
I hate how we're pretending the pandemic is over and it's not affecting people. Like they took away the extra employment when in some ways the illness is worse than it was this time last year's, but there's no more stimulus, there's no more unemployment, there's no more moratorium on evictions unless you live in like a very progressive area, because like they did that in Seattle, they extended it in the Seattle area. It's insane.
Yes, is something that's going on now that I find similar to what happened 13 years ago. It is a feature of recessions. It's not a bug, it's a feature of them, which is that people recognize that there is no such thing as a, quote, steady and stable job. For many people, they thought that...
Is this guy a hitchhiker? Like, what the fuck is this?
You know, they could pursue their dreams. They could pursue starting a business. They could pursue starting a freelancer. But that had a downside, which is that they could lose their income at any given time. So they traded following their dreams. They traded following their passion, their hearts, for what it is they really wanted to do with their life for a stable paycheck. And once they realized that they could work someplace for 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 years and get tossed out on their ass with really no way to know if they were still going to be able to have a salary, no way to know if they were still going to be able to support their family or pay rent, that it didn't really make sense for them to continue doing that. Because the one thing they got in exchange for not following their dreams, which was the semblance of a stable life, was taken away from them. So in 2008, I remember I was working for anywhere from $0 to $10 an hour for this one particular studio that I was interning at.
$0 to $10 an hour? You're working for $0? Oh,
and
okay.
I put
that
my
makes sense.
hard blood, sweat, and tears into making that place as good as it could evenly be. And when they hit a roadblock during the end of 2008, instead of trying to work through it, they shut down the business. And after 2 years of killing myself to try and make that place better, I learned a lesson. I learned a lesson that I am not going to work to build other people's dreams. I'm going to work to build my own. I am never going to care more about someone else's company than they do about their company. And I started doing this. And one of my good friends at the time also lost his job at a digital camera sales company. They were getting their ass kicked by B&H anyway, so it really was only kind of a matter of time before they were gone. But he got laid off. He also made the decision that he was going to just go...
You're muted, Shabisky.
...and follow his dream. He was only working for that particular...
Why'd you do that?
I feel like I'm your mute button technician. Like, I know when you're muted better than when you do.
Literally everyone knows better.
Sometimes I fart, and I don't want you guys to hear it.
It'd be better than you just talking and no one hearing you at all because you're muted and you don't know that you're muted.
Digital camera company, because he believed that it offered him job stability that he would not get from running his own studio and doing his own production work. And
this is kind of dumb. I don't know if I want to watch any more of this. Let's move on.
Yeah. Morgan, what is the scene like? Are these thousands of Haitians coming following that quake last month?
Yeah, there are different answers to that question, Steph. I can tell you this is a very dynamic situation that has changed drastically over the last 48 hours. If you ask Border Patrol, they will tell you that some of this may stem back to that 2010 earthquake in Haiti, which sent many...
This is crazy.
Many people immigrating to South America.
So, yeah, they moved to Mexico and South America, and then they came up as like a migrant caravan trying to get into the U.S., and it's awful. This is awful. And I saw videos of fucking douchebags on horseback with whips, like whipping people trying to get in. It was insane.
Then following the 2016 Rio Olympics, where many of those folks worked, they then started that long process north. But as what's happening right here, right now, the only border crossing into Mexico in Del Rio remains closed down, and it is a 24/7 mission. We're just on the side of the border fence, and we are seeing agency after agency drive through this gate, manned by the National Guard. You see Border Patrol trucks, you see customs vehicles here. This is just part of the massive response we've seen from authorities here in response to a group that essentially tripled in size in just a matter of days. Go back to last Wednesday.
It's getting bigger and bigger. They're all just going to camp out there forever.
The group beneath that bridge, about 5,000 strong. At last check,
5,000. Dude, that's crazy how many people that is.
15,000 people were essentially calling the shade of this border bridge home. The goal right now, trying to process every single one of those people. Some of those bused to nearby processing facilities that are not overwhelmed. Others being...
And they're going to send them all the way back. After all that traveling. It sucks. But I don't know what the right answer is. You know, part of me is like, help the people that need help. Another part of me is like, who are they, though? Like, should we just let anybody in?
I mean, we figured that out.
I mean, yeah, they should process them. They shouldn't split up families.
They absolutely should not.
Yeah.
No fucking reason for that.
Flown on what they're calling lateral flights to do that same thing. And then we've already confirmed over the weekend that those first deportation flights have already begun, 3 of which took off from San Antonio to Port-au-Prince, Haiti. But there are still so many people, that whole group that flew back, about 300.
A lot of people don't know this. Haiti shares the island that they're on with Dominican Republic. And Dominican Republic is a way more wealthy and stable nation than Haiti. That's the island that Columbus first landed on in the New World, I believe. Hispaniola, I think, is the name of the island. I believe.
We still have at least 10,000 Haitian migrants beneath this bridge. We were granted exclusive access yesterday. Had a chance to speak to one woman. She said she had been under that bridge for 8 days, had barely eaten a thing. We had seen food and water handouts there set up by the border.
Yes, Hispaniola, however you say it, is the island that contains Haiti and Dominican Republic. And I believe that was the first island that Columbus landed on. Like, when he discovered the New World, it wasn't even the main continent of the United States or you know, Mexico or South America. It was a fucking island. And that's why Haiti is a bunch of black people, because they're the descendants of slaves that were basically left there after a certain amount of time. Yeah.
Patrol, but I mean, the supplies cannot come fast enough right now to try to take care of these people. Just minutes before we spoke to you, there was an ambulance here outside that a woman from a Border Patrol vehicle was transferred into and taken away.
Okay, I don't mean literally discovered it. I mean, like, he was the first European to find it, is what I meant to say. I know he didn't technically discover it. Obviously, there were already people there when he got there.
And unfortunately, that has been an all too common sight here. Steph?
Holy cow, tripled in size in a matter of days. Julia, two-parter. How long is this deportation going to take? And how do you know it's not going to get worse or just keep happening? It's not like the situation's getting better in Haiti.
That's exactly true. But Stephanie, we understand that those flights are expected to start ramping up. There were 3 yesterday, as Morgan said. Soon we expect to see 6 to 8 a day starting tomorrow. But those flights really only take about 130 to 150 people. So it could take a long time. Another thing they're doing is taking some people from under the bridge and transferring them what they call lateral flights, which just go to other sectors of the U.S. border where those people can be processed. Essentially, Stephanie, the Border Patrol is overwhelmed here, and they cannot process 15,000 people in one place in a safe, orderly.
Dominicans seem more like a mix between African and Hispanic, so like Spanish and native, but Haitians don't seem that way. They seem predominantly of African ancestry. And obviously they wouldn't be Spanish, they'd be French, because Haiti was the French colony on the island, and Dominican Republic was the Spanish colony. They shared an island.
In humane manner, which is the Biden administration's mantra for their immigration policy.
There's a few islands like that in the Caribbean, like the early days of European colonization in this part of the world. There's like Saint Martin, which is an island, I believe, in the Caribbean, and part of it's French and part of it is Dutch. And it's a very small island.
That river you see there, that has by and large been blocked. We understand that there are Texas state troopers who are keeping people from crossing. They're also diverting traffic just to another sector or another part of the Del Rio sector. They're trying to do as much as they can to block this area. But could it come again? Very well, that could happen, especially when you see policies kind of get bent and the messages get changed by these cartels to tell people that if the Biden administration...
Horrible earthquakes, and they're right in the worst place to be for like hurricanes and shit like that. It's awful.
Says it's safe for some Haitians to stay. Well, then now's your chance and everyone should come. That's the kind of thing that they are dealing with now. As many people come, as Morgan points out, not just from Haiti itself, but also people who have left Haiti, been in other countries for years, and are now coming to the United States.
There's a lot of people in New Orleans that have like Haitian ancestry or similar ancestry to Haitians, just because that was a French colony at one point too. That's why there's like a slight presence of like voodoo there, because voodoo is an old school Haitian religion, which is based on Christianity and African religions kind of melded together, which is so weird. Like the Africans brought over to Haiti by French settlers, like adopted some of the Christianity of the French, but then also kept their kind of weird African religion that had like zombies and shit in it. And Jesus is basically like a zombie because they believe in zombies. They believe in like the dead rising in voodoo. So that's why Jesus, someone who did rise from the dead, is a perfect fit for voodoo. Jesus is part of the voodoo religion. It's so weird.
States, because the situations both with COVID and the economy have gotten so dire in the countries they were living in before. But now you see those families getting off the planes, many of them going back to a country that they haven't lived in for years, that they have very few connections to and very few resources in, Stephanie.
How about the message from our vice president? Where is she? She was supposed to be in charge of all of these migration issues, going to those northern triangle countries. That's obviously not.
Get rid of her. Don't come. Do not come. I hate to defend Trump, but when she was running for president, she's talking shit about Trump turning away refugees, and then she gets into office, and then she's telling people don't come. It's like, well,
Kamala's an evil bitch? What?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's one thing to be like, yeah, don't come because we don't want a bunch of immigrants that we don't know anything about coming here, but to like criticize Trump over it and then hold the same position once you're in power is very hypocritical and sad. I'll hate to be right about this, but I think that Biden is going to hand it to her. I think Biden... I don't see Biden doing a full second term. So either at the end of this current term, or he might decide to run again. I doubt it. He might lose if he runs again. But if he could, on like his last, year in office, he could hand the presidency to Kamala. He can literally just do it. And then she can serve the last year of his term while she runs for re-election, and she'll be able to run 2 more times after that. After she's handed the presidency. Because when you're given the presidency by the president either dying or resigning or getting removed from office, you're serving the rest of their term. So that doesn't count as a term for you. you serve out the rest of their term, and then you get to run for president 2 more times after that. I'm kind of afraid of that happening.
You can, I guess, in theory, you could have up to very nearly 3 terms.
Yeah, you could.
If the president croaked in like the first week of office or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Lyndon Johnson had more than 2 terms because he took over for Kennedy and then ran for president twice after that.
Did he have 10 or 11 years, or am I wrong entirely?
I don't know. I think Kennedy died like after less than a year into his first term, maybe 2 years into his first term. I'd have to look it up. And yes, FDR is the longest sitting president, and they decided after FDR left that no one could serve as long as him again, because I think if he hadn't have died, he probably could have ran again. You know?
Yeah, it was his 4th term, right?
I think he had like 3 and some change, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I would have to look it up, but I know it's way longer. In Canada, you can be prime minister, I mean, technically for life if you keep getting reelected. They've had prime ministers that have served, 2-3 decades before. So
Man, I don't like that. I think term limits are wise across the board.
The way the prime minister works is very different than the way the U.S. president works. It's way easier to remove a prime minister from office, both in Canada and in the U.K. But it's very difficult, and I mean, we have not yet tested whether a president can legally pardon themselves. So when Trump was talking about it, people couldn't be like, you can't do that, because he may have been able to. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
There's so much like spirit of the law versus like letter, and it sucks that our system is built on arguing the difference when it comes to crucial shit like that, because the notion is absurd. Why are we entertaining it? Oh, the letter.
Pardons are very powerful things to have, to like be able to like get all your buddies out of jail before you leave office.
It's fucked.
That alone is fucked. Not to mention possibly being able to like get yourself out of any trouble. We've never seen it. Someone will do it someday. There'll be a crooked enough president where he's actually going to get charged with something and he pardons himself, he or she.
That was one of her first international trips with the message, do not come here illegally. People aren't listening. What is she saying now?
Oh, I can't wait. What's she going to say?
Well, we haven't.
Something bland and uninteresting and status quo? No, never.
I heard a lot from the vice president. Of course, you point out she was focused on those Northern Triangle countries. A lot of her work was in Guatemala, working with that government. A lot of the diplomacy, which is what the vice president was focused on, was with Mexico. And essentially what we're seeing now is a break.
She was on a radio show talking about how she's Jamaican, like part Jamaican, and bragged about like smoking weed and shit. But then her record, she's thrown multiple people in jail for smoking and selling weed throughout her life as someone in law enforcement or part of the legal system. That's ridiculous.
Down of that work with Mexico. Mexico for a while was stopping a lot of migration coming from Guatemala into Mexico, keeping people from ever even reaching the U.S. border. But now Mexico became so overwhelmed with this particular migrant surge that they were beyond capacity.
Someone in the chat said term limits are what keep us from having a dictator. I mean, does Canada have a dictator? They don't have term limits, but I wouldn't say any of the prime ministers that have ever been prime minister of Canada were even close to dictators, and there was still a lot of checks and balances on them. I'm pretty sure UK doesn't have term limits either. So if you limit the power of the head executive, you could have no term limits. The thing is, an American president without term limits could create a dictator because it's almost impossible to hold them accountable. Only on the ballot is it possible to hold them accountable for things.
Which is nonsense.
Right.
The
and
fact
we were
that they
seeing
can't even be like investigated when they're a sitting president,
Right.
apparently.
Yes.
What? What? Again, like spirit and letter. What the fuck kind of spirit is that? It's bullshit.
Mexico essentially give up, in some cases, just allow buses through their country to the U.S. border, which is how so many people got here so quickly.
All right. San Jose Reserve police officer resigns over COVID-19 vaccine mandate. I saw something on the local news today about a bunch of firefighters that are quitting, like local firefighters here in Washington State that are quitting because they couldn't get a religious exemption for the COVID vaccine. And it's like, you're Christian. What's your religious? You're just like abusing. There shouldn't be a religious exemption. I'm sorry. Like right now, it's your choice. Right now, I mean, they can force you to get it eventually, but right now, it's your choice. But just stay home if you can't get it. Like literally, stay home. Order Instant Cart and just don't go anywhere. Work from home if you can. I mean, most people are having to make the choice between work and vaccination. But I say no religious exemption. Medical exemption, sure. If you have a history of allergic reactions to other vaccines, then yes. That is the rare occasion.
My sister is such a person, and she works in the medical field and has had to get every vaccine every year, and she gets super sick every time. And they finally, and she got COVID. She then got vaccinated, then got COVID again. So vaccines and her do not get along. So she finally got the exemption, and like it happens. You know, I don't have an exemption, and I'm vaccinated. It's very.
I had a dog that had bad reactions to vaccines, and they used to have to like keep her around for like 20 minutes after a vaccine to make sure she didn't have another reaction, because the first time when she was a little puppy, she got a vaccine and her eyes like swelled shut. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. So it happens, but it's rare. It's insanely rare. Most people don't have it. Most people don't qualify. And religious exemption, that's mumbo jumbo bullshit. So I don't care. I don't care what your religion says.
It is the personal choice impacting personnel across the Bay Area. Get a vaccine, get an exemption, or potentially lose your job. The deadline for San Jose City employees.
I knew this would come. I knew this would come if not enough people got it. And if it keeps getting worse, there will be a literal mandate eventually. When all the hospitals are full and enough people have dropped dead and we're running out of healthcare workers because no one wants to deal with it, eventually they're not going to let society crumble. Eventually they will exercise the precedent in the past to where the government can force you to be vaccinated.
To show proof of a COVID vaccination is looming. It's just 10 days away. Tonight, though, there's concern that could lead to a wave of resignations by the end of this month. NBC Bay Area's Marianne Favreau talked to a reserve police officer who says that mandate has him resigning.
Bye.
Dave Gutierrez is not vaccinated, but he told me he was perfectly happy to submit weekly negative COVID tests to keep his job as a reserve officer. But now he says the city's new mandate has changed all that, and he's quit. And he's worried other officers.
I mean, they were going to play around with the like weekly COVID tests. I mean, like, it would have to be like almost daily, because you could get it. You could test negative one day and then get it and then come in with COVID the next day and infect everybody. And then what?
Yeah,
we need the entire police department sick with COVID? I mean, how's that going to help? But
pretty sure you can start spreading it like right away.
If you can,
especially this new one.
That's
like as soon as it's in your mouth.
Even the original COVID, the thing about it that was so detrimental to everybody was that people who were asymptomatic were super contagious. So they'd have no symptoms. They go around everywhere spreading it, and then they'd get sick like 2 weeks later, and then they'd know they had it, but they had already had it for 2 weeks, spreading it everywhere. It's very contagious, and it takes a while before you notice it's there. And Delta variant is kind of like the next step up.
Will do the same. Dave Gutierrez worked his last shift as a San Jose Reserve officer Saturday.
Bye.
He says he resigned yesterday because of San Jose's vaccine mandate.
To me, it's, my faith.
They always say this, my faith. What the fuck is your faith? Like, what do you mean it's your faith? Faith is the worst reason to believe in anything. You're basically saying, I believe something without evidence.
Literally, though.
Yeah, and that's what Jim Brewer said when we watched him on DP. He said, I know my faith. It's like, fuck your faith. Fuck your faith.
My belief in what I know my body.
My belief in what
fuck my faith.
He just said, my belief in what I know my body. Okay.
And what I want to put into it. So
you want to put a big fat cock into it.
My choice is not to be vaccinated.
Hell yeah.
Today, Dave sent this letter to the city manager expressing his concerns that starting September 30th, all employees are required.
There have been so many reports of people who were like, I don't believe it. I'm not going to get it. And then they start dying. Sometimes it takes people like 35, 38 days to die of COVID, very slowly. And they're like, I wish I would have gotten vaccinated. So, I mean, have they not learned yet? Like, don't put your faith in bullshit. Look at what's going on. You don't need faith for that.
To show proof of vaccination or get a medical or religious exemption. Employees that don't face disciplinary action, including termination.
I feel like we've done nothing wrong by making a choice not to be vaccinated. So why would you discipline me?
After 23 years with...
You are so fucking stupid, dude. I'm glad you're not a police officer anymore.
SJ.
We don't need you making the type of decisions that police officers can make. That ruin people's lives. Yeah.
I'm a public servant. What about me?
Bye.
That cell phone could have been an AK-47. I didn't know.
PD, Dave retired in 2019 and returned as a reserve officer. He says he would have stayed on if he could have continued to test for the virus weekly.
Why? Well, okay, like, they're not willing to make the... What? Who's going to pay for this, like, weekly testing, too? It's not cheap. And then, like, what? If you have it, you're fired. That's what I would say. Like, okay, fine. You test positive once, you're fired.
But when the city took away the choice, he chose to quit instead of applying for an exemption. He fears more full-time officers may do the same.
We're already understaffed with officers. You can't afford to lose officers.
So far, more than 200 city employees have requested exemptions, most of them for religious reasons. The city says...
The worst reason. The worst fucking reason. Anyone can
claim
What else
can we not afford to lose?
Anyone can claim they're a part of, like, some crackpot religion, or they can make up their own religion.
It's trying to protect employees.
Well, what else can we not afford to lose? Hospital beds? People? I don't know. It's 1 to 2 shots.
We are currently working with our police and fire unions, and we'll continue to take into account some of their proposals. Is that the whole reason we're doing this is to keep our workforce safe. And we know that the COVID vaccine remains the number one safety net against COVID and its variants.
Dave says his entire career has been about public safety. Now it's a public safety mandate.
Not anymore.
That has prompted him to hang up his
How
uniform.
ironic.
In San Jose, Marianne Favreau, NBC
It's
Bay
almost
Area
like you don't
News.
give a shit. Let's see what this
proportion. Speaker Pelosi and I have laid out a path to responsibly pass a continuing resolution to keep the government open and suspend the debt until December of 2022.
Oh yeah, we're almost on the verge of another one of these bullshit government shutdowns where like they can't agree on the budget, so and they want to raise the debt ceiling, and like if they don't, the government shuts down, which really only means like the post office gets fucked, which sucks because those are just like blue collar government employees, and then the parks close and shit, and people stop collecting trash at like the national parks and that kind of shit. It's awful. Yeah, and then these aristocrats get a vacation. You know, like I don't know.
That is commensurate with the time needed to cover the bipartisan $908 billion emergency COVID relief bill that was supported by 40 Republicans and McConnell. It was passed when Trump was president, when McConnell was leader, with Democratic support. So this debt that we are asking to be spent is all Trump debt, which we supported the spending. But it is Trump debt, not Democratic debt. But Republicans seem intent on driving our country down a dangerous road that leads off a fiscal cliff. Remember, Republicans and Donald Trump added $8 trillion to the national debt in 4 years. And the question that you press always ask is, will McConnell blink? The question is, why is McConnell willing to risk so much in this?
See, I'm just like, we need more representation. Like, I know we're probably not going to have a third-party president anytime soon, but we need more third-party senators and congressmen and mayors and governors. Like, it should happen. See, they at least
That's where
have
it has to start.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where it has to start.
They at least have that in Canada. Like, the prime minister position has only ever been held by Liberal or Conservative Party, but they have representation in Parliament there. They have people in Parliament that are part of other parties. They at least have that.
Country to play a political game. I hope you'll ask him that question, because that's the seriousness of this. The Republicans have conjured up a most dishonest and
bring back the Whig Party. I don't even know what they stood for, honestly. It was so long ago, but I just like how they were called the Whig Party, and most like men wore wigs back then because bathing was not so common before running water.
Duplicitous arguments.
That I just watched a thing on that today, among other things, and it was like misconceptions from back then. And that whole notion stems from like a semantic difference between like one dude's source written like in the 1800s versus how we take that term now. Bathe meant to like fully submerge in water for cleaning, but depending on culture, you would see weekly and even daily bathing via sponge baths and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because no one wanted to stink. And I think they were like, yeah, in Greece, like ancient Greece, it was like daily for most people, unless you were fucking poor. And even then, it wasn't hard to find some water to splash on yourself. So they didn't dip in the bath all that often, but they did bathe.
To justify the reckless strategy. Two arguments they make. One, they say, well, McConnell.
Someone said third parties in the U.S. are just a grift. No, it's the two-party false dichotomy that's the grift. Like, this country existed for a long time before there was Democrats and Republicans as we know them today. There have been other parties in control of the government. It's not impossible to get back there, but we need to stop allowing the Democrats and Republicans to keep everyone else out. They weren't the first parties there.
McConnell says he comes up with this sophistry, which has no reality and is dishonest. There was a Democratic House, a Democratic Senate, a Democratic President, they should do it. In 2017, there was a Republican House, a Republican Senate, and a Republican President, and McConnell moved to raise the debt ceiling, and we joined him.
You know, McConnell's wife is on the board of directors for Kroger, which is the biggest supermarket company in America. And they actually have other stores that they've acquired over the years that are under the Kroger umbrella, but they didn't change the name to Kroger because the local brand was recognized. Like here, we have QFC and Fred Meyer, and they're both owned by Kroger. In New Mexico, they had Smith's, which is Kroger. Kroger owns Smith's. So I've lived all over the country, and every place I've lived, there's been a store owned by Kroger. And so like his wife has a very powerful position now. She used to work for Trump too. Mitch McConnell. A lot of people don't even really realize that.
We could have blocked it. He didn't have 60 votes. So this idea that when the party, that's new McConnell, that's McConnellism.
And McConnellism?
And number two, and even worse, it is that that they're paying for, this is because Democrats are getting the country further in debt. None of this debt that we are asking for has anything to do with what's happening now. Even the Wall Street Journal, don't take my word for it, even the Wall Street Journal, raising the debt limit would facilitate future spending, and Congress would still need to raise the debt limit this fall, even if no new spending programs are enacted. That's the Wall Street Journal, directly contradicting Leader McConnell and the Republican senators. So I hope you'll ask all the Republicans.
I have a friend that attends the same synagogue as Chuck. Yeah. I have a friend that lives in Brooklyn and sees Chuck on a regular basis. Like, he doesn't know him personally, but he sees him around.
Senators, not just McConnell, why they're willing to do this. That's the question. That's the fundamental question here. Not who's going to blink. Why would one person risk all of this in a blinking contest? It makes no sense. Remember, the bottom line, this will hurt our economy dramatically. A new Zandy report. Default over a period of time could lead to 6 million jobs lost, send unemployment to 9%, take $15 trillion out of the economy. Who would want to do that? It could stop payment for Social Security recipients, stop payments to veterans, raise interest rates.
It's weird, like, when I was a kid, like, 80s and early 90s, all of the politicians were like my grandparents' age, But then, and I mean like the top level ones, obviously it's a mix, but like the president and then like the higher ranking politicians were like my grandparents' age, 50s and 60s. And then as I got older, so like my parents' generation took over and they've been there the entire fucking time. Like once Clinton became president, then like the only young president we've had is Obama. And young, I'm using the word young very loosely. He was in his late 40s, But since then, like the president's gotten like, with Obama being the exception, the president just gets fucking older and older and older. I remember people talking about Ronald Reagan. They're like, Ronald Reagan's so old. I guess Clinton was kind of young too. I don't know if he was in his... How old was Clinton when he got in? I think Obama was younger than Clinton when he got in.
I do not remember.
I think so.
Clinton wasn't that... Clinton was kind of young too, though. Let's see. Clinton was 46. At the time, he was the third youngest president. But like Reagan and George H.W. Bush, both like my grandparents' age, But then there was Clinton, and then there was Bush Part 2, and then there was Trump, and there was Biden. Biden's older than my parents, though. Biden's like a step in the totally wrong direction. And Trump is slightly older than my parents, So I guess it's even like it's not quite to my. It's what they call the silent generation, if anyone knows that. Between the baby boomers and Gen X, or no, I'm sorry, slightly before the baby boomers is what I meant to say. Is called the silent generation. There was the greatest generation, the silent generation, and then the baby boomers, and then Gen X, and then millennials, and then Zoomers.
For making a mortgage or a car more expensive, cost local governments more. There's a tax increase if you let the debt ceiling expire. It's a tax increase because local governments will pay more interest and have to charge their taxpayers more money. So Republicans are driving America towards a default as we heal from COVID. It's going to harm every American, but their arguments don't carry any water.
If Shab was part of the silent generation, he'd be in his 70s.
Yeah, you didn't know that I'm in my 70s?
Your IQ is in the 70s.
Whoa. Whoa, Two Guns. You gonna let him talk about me like that, bro? Get him. Beat him up.
Why would I argue against something that's true?
What the fuck, dude? This has gone too far. Okay, I'm gonna shove my penis in your mouth and shut you up.
Shut up, you nincompoop. Shut up, you nincompoop.
Stop calling me the N-word. That's messed up.
Oh,
okay?
God, that word just...
So,
Ben,
I'm so...
calm down.
Here it is. There's also the Lost Generation, which was 1883 to 1900. And then there was the Greatest Generation, which is the World War II generation.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
No, it's not.
The Greatest, that's me.
No, it's not. The Greatest Generation were people who served. Some served in World War I. Also, some served in both. But mostly World War II. Then there was the Silent Generation. That's Biden. That's Trump. It's 1928 to 45. Then there's the Boomers, 46 to 64. Both of my parents fit in that. Then there's Generation X. I was born in 81. I'm like on the cusp of Gen X and Millennial, or Gen Y. And then there's the Zoomers. Shoot them into space. I don't know what else to say. And then Alpha, I guess they're like little babies and like little kids now. So I hope they'll be better than Zoomers. We just need a bunch of Zoomers for the first mission to Mars.
Here's hoping.
Yeah,
Let me grab my bong.
I was born at the beginning of the 80s, 1981. There are some, because generational theory is like a shifting theory. And I've seen some theories where they put the beginning of Gen X at 1982, 1983. So some say I'm a Gen Xer and some say I'm a millennial. I think I identify more with being a Gen Xer than a millennial. Like, I didn't grow up with the internet. I didn't have a cell phone until I was already an adult. Like, social media was something I didn't use until I was already an adult. Like, a lot of the things that made a millennial, I didn't experience until I was already grown and like living on my own and stuff like that. So I identify more with Gen X, even though technically I'm probably a millennial. It's hard to say. I got mad when boomer meant anything older than Zoomers. I'm like, so you're doing like 100. You're taking like 100 years and putting it together and making it one generation. I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I don't know
What
if
else would
that's
you
such a good idea.
I mean, it's
You know?
one. It's great and great great grandparents. It's all one generation, right? 5.
Yeah. Yes. So Shabisky, hold on. Everyone give the stream a like so we can get over 100 likes, and then Shabisky will do the only thing he's good at. Definitely not playing UFC.
What do you mean? I nearly kicked the shit out of you.
I love how every time he loses, he's like, I almost had you. I'm like, no, you didn't. You never had me. No.
But Ben, you don't understand. He's the greatest, man.
I'm the greatest, Ben.
He's the greatest, and that's why he gets defeated all the time.
You just no.
All the time.
Let's play some Fortnite.
No, because
Yeah, 'cause
I'm an
you know
adult.
I'm
Okay.
better. Oh, you shut up. Oh my god.
I don't play Fortnite. I'm better at you than COD, though.
I don't give a fuck about Pokemon, and I never watched Blue's Clues. Okay.
But I love Blues. I watch it all the time.
Of course you did.
I still do. It's the greatest.
Blue Balls Clues.
Yeah. Oh damn. You gonna play Fortnite with me tonight, Ben?
No, I am not going to play Fortnite.
Yeah.
What are you scared?
Yeah, you scared.
What are you on your period?
Yes, I'm scared and on my period. I'm pissing
cranberry
blood.
juice.
When I piss blood, does that mean I'm on my period?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
It's just your man period.
Don't you remember from anatomy class?
Yeah.
I piss blood.
Yeah, that's
Yay.
normal. That's normal. It'll pass.
Damn
It's
it.
supposed to happen.
No, it's not a UTI. No. What? Do you guys want to watch this epic cinnamon challenge vid?
It better be epic.
No,
Yes.
no, I don't. I'm just joking. I don't have a cinnamon challenge, and I know I'm just joking. I don't have one.
Do it. Do it right now.
No, I don't have one. That was a joke.
Snort.
No, I don't really have one. I don't really have
You
a
have
cinnamon
cinnamon.
challenge vid.
You have cinnamon though.
Yeah, are we gonna make one?
Just snort a whole cinnamon. Dang. See what happened.
Let's Hey, I'm sorry. It was a joke. What? Like, the cinnamon challenge was a long time ago, so who cares? Snort a cinnamon corn. What is that?
Yeah. They're talking about when
That was a pepper. Yeah, but that wasn't cinnamon. That was pepper. That was like black pepper.
they were I was going the same direction though when I was kind of joking a bit.
Damn it. You're going the wrong direction.
No, it's a correct direction.
You're going the wrong direction. Oh, look, here's those assholes at the border with whips.
If you come to the United States illegally, you will be returned. Your journey will not succeed, and you will be endangering your life and your family's lives. This administration is committed to developing safe, orderly, and humane pathways for migration.
What if you
but
didn't
this
bring your
is not
family with
the way to do it.
What
was that? Specific enough. It wasn't specific enough. What if you didn't bring your family with you? What if you just
A lot
went
of
by
them
yourself?
do. I mean, they're coming for
I don't know.
for like a new life. It's sad, you know.
Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is in Texas this afternoon, seeing a massive surge of thousands of migrants.
I want to see the assholes with whips. Like, how could you sleep at night whipping poor people on horseback? Yeah, here they are.
To
What
look at,
great
but it's important to look at.
Fuck these guys.
The El Paso Times reported that a mounted Border Patrol agent was seen wielding a whip during an encounter with Haitian migrants. And joining us here in Washington is
there he was with a fucking whip, right there.
Washington is
he's beating
NBC
people.
News national security and justice correspondent.
I'm a cowboy.
He's a fucking white man on a horse dressed like a cowboy whipping a black person. I'm a cowboy. I mean, just the image of that alone is a big fucking problem.
Julia Ainsley. So, Julia, we'll talk about the Border Patrol enforcement strategy in a second. But you've got these deteriorating conditions, mass deportations, the image that we just showed. How did the situation get so bad so quickly?
It did get very bad very quickly. And in the past, when we've been talking about caravans coming from places like Honduras, El Salvador, there's usually a 2 to 3 week lead time where we're actually able to watch people come up, and DHS has intelligence officers who are tracking who's coming and where they're going. In this case, it really exploded overnight. We went from 5,000 on Wednesday to 15,000 under that bridge on Sunday. And the reason, Jeff, is buses. A lot.
Yeah, they've been busing in. So stop the buses, I guess? Like, don't let buses go there? I don't know what else to do. Like, they're going to keep showing up. I don't like the whipping, like the...
Of at least one Border Patrol agent using a whip and was effectively trying to lasso some of the migrants. You see that picture there. Why not extend the temporary protected status? I mean, I guess you just explained why not. They don't want to send the message that the U.S. is open.
Yeah, you know...
There it is.
I think just more broadly, this administration has been caught between its values and the practicalities on the ground when it comes to immigration. They want to show Biden administration values that is safe, orderly, humane. But unfortunately, sometimes
someone signed up for that job because that's what they want to do. I'm just saying, it's pretty fucked up.
If whips are in the handbook for that role, it needs to be removed.
Right.
And if it's just some asshole with a whip, he needs to be removed.
Yes.
Period.
I agree. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back to you.
All right, welcome to Two Guns No Ammo show. We're live here on BENPAI's channel. He's been very gracious to allow me to revive my show by myself. Oh, Shabisky, I thought you were leaving. You better be gone.
I never leave. I'm always watching you.
Oh, me too. I live in your walls, Shabisky. We've been over this.
Watch your every move, especially when you pee.
But who watches the what, dude? Do I got floppage? Do I got slack, Shabisky?
You got a big penis.
That's basically what I asked, yeah. Thanks for making it clear. I didn't want there to be any confusion, but I'm also a coward.
You got
I didn't want to ask
big,
outright.
giant fucking cock.
It's pretty.
I'm sticking to it.
Honestly, I mean, when you're done with it, you sure are. It's honestly, it's an encumbrance. I have to wrap it around my waist like a belt. Deep throat to you is basically still the head to me, so it's kind of it's too big. Oh God.
By the time you're done with me, I'm gonna sound like Pimpmunk. Come on, Shabisky. I got fucked in the throat.
Shabisky, I think you mispronounced nincompoop monk.
I'm a nincompoop. I got fucked right in the throat by two guns. Now I talk like this. He got a big fucking cock. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's true.
I'm Shabma. My throat hurts. Oh damn. Cigarette. He stuck his dick down my throat like a cigarette. It hurt.
Stop being a nincompoop.
Sorry.
But it's fun.
Sorry. Did you do your dab or what?
Well, I don't have any wax, but I have buds.
You piece of shit.
We were too busy making
It was an
love
accident.
It's true.
So you spent $50,000 on a desk and you're not even using it right now.
He mortgaged his home for a desk.
That's why
it's under construction. Apparently, it's got to be put together, and he has to make several blood sacrifices and
what a liar.
Conjure the deep ones, and then he'll be ready.
There's still stuff to do. Still got stuff to do to it.
You already fucked on it.
Yeah, I told it just
desk
a test. I just wanted to make sure it was strong, and it's very strong. Can handle weight.
That's why you're smoking flour instead of wax. You spent all your money on the fucking desk and DoorDash.
No, because I was out of butane. Okay, so I ordered buds instead. Okay, and then, yeah. Okay, but I just got more butane today, so I'm good now. I can order more wax. Okay.
Your desk is trash.
Give me wax. No, it's the greatest.
It's gonna
break. It has a 15-year warranty. It's fine.
I'm gonna fucking come to your house and powerbomb your ass right through your desk.
I'm not gonna go through it.
Everyone's lying about
back.
me, Shabisky. I'm actually 6'7" and 350 pounds, and I'm coming to your place to powerbomb your ass through a desk. There, I revealed my secret. That's why Billy won't be on camera with me at the same time. He won't stand next to me.
The hole. There. Like that one wrestler that talks all crazy, the Savage guy or whatever.
The Savage guy?
Yeah, what's his name again?
The Savage guy?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, the guy. What? Did I say the wrong name?
The Savage guy.
Yeah.
The fucking Savage guy is what you just called him.
Yeah. Did I not say his name right?
Wow. You could never compare, Shabisky. You can never compare. He is like infinitely more manly and awesome and amazing than you could ever hope to be in your life.
Well, I haven't hit the point in my life where I started taking steroids yet.
You boob.
Give it some time.
You nincompoop. You fucking boob. You fucking nincompoop. No. I'm done with your nincompoop ass.
We should chain them up before they come to. No, Harry, they're gone! But where? How? It's the sorceress, you boob! Well, she won't cheat me of this victory.
You boob!
You boob!
You boob!
It's the sorceress, you boob!
Boob 2 guns.
Fucking idiot. Shabisky.
You're a big fat.
You boob.
You're a jiggly boob.
You are.
Listen.
You are. You're jiggly boob.
Dude, his name was the Macho Man Randy Savage. And
there we go. That's it.
And you take his name with reverence. He is basically my Jesus.
The Savage Man.
He is basically my fucking Jesus.
Yeah, the Savage Man.
Do not
is
insult
cool.
him.
I like the Savage Man.
You nincompoop.
You
nincompoop.
I like the Savage Man. He's cool.
Dude. Put some respect in your mouth. Put some respect in your mouth.
Get in.
You boob.
2 guns. Put some respect in my mouth. Hurry.
Okay, hang on.
AKA
I gotta
cock.
get it ready. Yeah, respect my authority.
Yeah, if I was fucking Shabisky's face, I'd take his hat off.
Oh no, you gotta grab it by the sides and pull it tight.
Oh yeah, yep.
What the fuck?
And he'd be like,
he get pulled down over his eyes. Like, get him fucking respect me. That's how I do. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Think about it, Shabisky. Think about it for a second, you boob.
You're a boob.
You boob?
Everybody talking about fucking my mouth. Where'd this come from?
Shut up, bitch.
We're respecting you.
Yeah, Morty.
That's all.
Dude, what the hell?
Not just your mouth, your throat.
Harassment.
Sweet Jesus.
This is the best show I've ever done.
Who? You're a boo.
Huh?
What? I'm a big fat dab.
What? You boob?
You're a boob.
That's what the doctor tells you to do when he grabs your balls. You know,
He
like
tells you to cough.
yeah. Well, no, my doctor didn't say cough. He was like, go like that. It's the same thing. It's not really coughing because coughing comes from your lungs. You know, they like do like a manual cough. You're like, like that.
Yeah.
And then he jerks you off until you come, right? That's what doctors do.
That's my favorite part of going to the doctor.
Really? Man, see, mine doesn't do that. Next time I go in, I'm going to call him a boob.
That's not what
You
happens.
just gotta slip a 20 under like on their chair or something.
So like,
yeah, you gotta-
I can skip that part and the lying in the fetal position and crying part after that.
yeah. I mean,
I don't
like,
have to do that. I thought that was
I
just
cry
part of
when
the
I get
doctor.
home. I wait till I get home to
I
cry.
always do. I kind of like that.
I like to cry by myself.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Oh, by the way, Johnny Depp responded to cancel culture because his
Yeah, man.
ex-partner, I don't know if she was married to him officially or what, Amber Heard, young woman, young actress who was in a relationship with Johnny Depp, who was probably like 20 years older. Yeah, he's a drunk. He's still a good actor. He didn't deserve to get canceled, and here's him kind of addressing how this shit fucked him up and how anyone is vulnerable to it. Literally anyone.
Believe that if you are armed.
I gotta turn it up.
But I believe that if you are armed with the truth, then that's all you need. Doesn't matter if a
He's too soft-spoken.
judgment per se has taken.
Someone said, is he European? No, he was born in Kentucky. He's American. He's part Native American, according to him. He's a typical Southern South/Midwestern white guy.
Some artistic license.
That was handsome and went to Hollywood as a young guy and got early movie roles and then just kind of became Hollywood royalty.
No. When there's an injustice, whether it's against you or someone you love.
I saw the video where Amber Heard accidentally filmed him to try and set him up for shit, and he noticed he was being filmed. That giant glass of wine he poured reminded me of me so much. Like, he took a cup, like a big-ass cup, and took a big-ass bottle of wine and just poured it, like, into the cup all the way. I was like, holy shit, I've done that. I can identify with this man quite a bit.
Or someone you believe in. Stand up. Don't sit down. Don't sit down on them, you know, because they need you.
Yeah. He said, like, if you know someone that's going through this, stand up, don't sit down. They need you. They need other people because people are afraid to get attacked too, but they need people that are willing to stand up for them when this kind of shit happens. Like, there's no just because someone is a member of one gender doesn't mean they never lie. Like, that's not the case. Like, no one is inherently more capable of telling the truth or lying based on gender alone. It's pretty fucked up. It's pretty gross. I've seen a lot of parallels to people I've known in this whole situation. I don't know. But it ruined his shit. Like, he was one of the top actors in Hollywood, and now he can't get hired as much as he used to. I mean, he was making Disney movies, right? Pirates movies. And then he could still be... He was doing these really huge, successful movies. And then also, like, the artsy kind of movies that a good actor of his caliber could do. Like, he's a good actor. I've seen him... He's been the lead actor in multiple favorite movies of mine. But I'm not going to defend him just because I'm a fan of his. Because there's been people I've been a fan of that turned out to not be quite so good people. I didn't stop liking their art. I just don't give a fuck about them as a person necessarily. But Johnny Depp, I was always neutral to him as a person because I didn't know him. But everyone turned on him. Let's be real, everybody. Cancel culture is a form of entertainment. Like, there's a group of people that skip from person to person, some high-profile person, something gets leaked or released about that person, and people who didn't even know or care about who this person was gets into their social media and, like, works away at them. They chip away at them to try to ruin them in some way, shape, or form, or to get them to apologize. But the thing is that the apology isn't for their alleged victim or victims. It's for Twitter. Like, they want... The apology doesn't mean anything. The apology is an admission of guilt to these people. They try to talk you into an apology, and then they use the apology later on to be like, look, he admitted to it. He admitted to doing it. That's why he apologized. That's why never apologize to the mob. Like, if you feel like you need to apologize to people, apologize to individuals. Never apologize to the mob demanding an apology. They want it because it's entertaining for them. It's fun to watch someone who's more successful or more relevant or more well-known than them squirm. It makes them feel powerful. And that's what this is all about. I see it happening to Ric Flair right now. Ric Flair did some dumb-ass shit. But now it's coming out that a lot of those interviews in that Ric Flair documentary were selectively edited. Everyone's like, oh, Rob Van Dam saw Ric Flair do this fucked up thing. And Rob Van Dam's like, no, I didn't say that. They edited it to make it sound like I said that when I didn't say I saw that at all. And now it's turning out Ric Flair's accuser has a pretty extensive criminal rap sheet. And she took a payoff back in the day. So, I mean, we can't question everything for under fear of being called a victim blamer. Not everyone's a victim. You can like me blaming someone who claims to be a victim that I don't think actually isn't me being a victim blamer. Like I'm not. They're not a victim. They're getting the blame because they're not actually the victim. That's how this works.
Now, can you update me and maybe anybody else that doesn't understand what did he do to get canceled?
Who? Johnny Depp or Ric Flair?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp had a very dramatic relationship with a woman who was probably like 20 years younger than him, if not more. She's a beautiful actress. Like, she's just, and when I say that, she's like to your eyes, she's attractive. She seems like a fucking psycho. I would never want to have anything to do with her in real life. But like, and she tried to frame him as some kind of physical abuser that would like physically hurt her. He's not a big guy, by the way. He's like a little guy, and he's older now. It turns out she severed one of like the tips of one of his fingers. She tried to like secretly record him and make him look like a fucking abuser when he wasn't. I mean, there's so much. She admitted to like taking fights, like arguments that they had and turning them physical. Like they had verbal arguments that she took physical, like punching him and like hitting him and throwing shit at him and all that kind of stuff. She was actually the abuser, but because she's a woman and she broke "he abused me" story first, people just like got behind her, and now she's giving like seminars on domestic violence and shit when it's coming out now that she was the abuser. And then there was in England, I don't know why it was in England, but there was like a defamation suit in England he had against her, and they ruled in her favor in it. It's just really fucked up. Yeah, and I guess she took a shit on his bed too, which is fucking like
what?
Next level insane. Like you wouldn't look at this woman and be like, she would shit on someone's bed. She's in the. Have you ever seen Aquaman?
Shit right
Have you ever
there.
seen Aquaman? She's the woman from the Aquaman movie.
I didn't see that movie yet.
She's a fucking psycho.
Yeah, dude. The when you said she shit on his, you know what? I think I remember hearing. Okay, I remember hearing about something about Johnny Depp and somebody shitting on his bed, and then I remember hearing about him getting abused, but I didn't really hear the full story and stuff. Just
He
these little
got
things.
canceled. Like the original story for like 7 months was Johnny Depp abused me. He's a fucking dirty old man, drunk, that abused me. I'm a young woman, and he like physically fucked me up. And then Johnny Depp held on to receipts for years and then finally released them later. Even from her mother. Her mother contacted him, was like, I like you so much. I love you. Like, don't blame me for what she does. I understand, like, she's a psycho. And all this shit's been released. And it's funny because, like, it's weird that when, like, you hold on to receipts and people go, oh, you must have been guilty to hold on to those receipts forever. It's like, no. That's the dumbest argument ever. Like, when you're accused of something and you happen to have receipts, the fact that they're old and that you still have them doesn't mean you're guilty. It means you knew the other person was totally untrustworthy and a cunt.
Or you were scared of that and or whatever, and that doesn't make you bad to think that they could maybe
showing evidence to exonerate you of alleged crimes doesn't mean you're guilty. It literally means you're innocent.
Yeah,
and it says a lot about the person you decided to keep that evidence around about. It doesn't say the opposite. That's a fucking fallacious argument.
Oh yeah. Shut up, Two Guns.
Sorry.
He's dead.
Stop talking so much.
And then the Ric Flair thing is another thing I'm really mad about, because everyone has known about Ric Flair. Like, he was a crazy like most people would say the greatest wrestler ever. He was a crazy party animal. He did a lot of weird shit. He was known for like streaking. He was into streaking. He would like run by people naked. He would wear his like big frilly Ric Flair robe and like run by naked on people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds.
There's
funny.
so much backstory to this. So back in the early 2000s, a bunch of wrestlers were on a plane from London, England to Connecticut. So a long transatlantic flight. And this was a 757 repurposed for like sporting teams to travel on. Like the WWE, the wrestling company, rented out this private plane that was a big, like, cushy. Every seat was first class, basically, and they had an open bar and everything on the plane for, you know, like a long trip. That's like a 7-hour, 8-hour plane ride. So what ends up happening is the plane gets delayed by 7 hours, and they're stuck on this plane. They end up drinking 3 carts full of booze. Like, there's the one cart that's supposed to last the whole flight. That is done, and then the second one is done before they even take off. And then they take off. And we're talking about a bunch of steroidal dudes that are famous and rich. Like, famous in their own right. Like, wrestlers enjoy, like, a certain amount of fame. Especially at that point, wrestling was in its height. And all sorts of crazy shit happened on that plane. People got, like, their ponytails cut off. People, Brock Lesnar and Kurt Hennig, who was about the same size as Brock Lesnar, were, like, wrestling in the aisleway, and they ended up getting, like, on the emergency exit, and they were, like, literally, like, slamming each other into the emergency exit while the plane is 30,000 feet. Like, 2 big-ass 290-pound guys were, like, slamming each other.
Movie.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. So Ric Flair's running up and down the aisleway naked with his robe on. By the way, this is on YouTube, this documentary that just came out. It's on YouTube for free. He's running up and down the aisleway naked, showing his dick, swinging his dick around to people. And this flight attendant on this flight claims that he grabbed her hand and put it on his dick. Like, forced her to, like, touch his dick, is what her claim was. The thing is that she complained to her employer, and WWE was just kind of like, all right, do you want this settlement or do you want to take this to court? She took the settlement, and now she blames her husband for taking the settlement, well, her ex-husband for taking the settlement. It's like, he didn't make you sign the dotted line. You know what I mean? For, like, sexual assault. And now it's turning out like a lot of the eyewitness testimony of that documentary is edited. Those people are now saying, hey, wait, I didn't say that. I didn't fucking say that. Like, you're taking me out of context. You edited this shit. And now it's also turning out that this woman that's accusing Ric Flair 20 years after this happened is a known con woman and criminal. She got arrested for stealing $90,000 in jewelry from a jewelry store over 3 days, and she was arrested and put in jail for it until it was returned. So, I mean, she's getting a payday. It's funny how she took a payday to like not take it to court, and now she's taking another payday. And Ric Flair's freaking out, and he's a dumb old guy. He shouldn't even be talking about this, but he's talking about it on social media. Let me see. I'll link the documentary to everybody. It's one of the most infamous things in wrestling history. It's called The Plane Ride from Hell. There it is.
The Plane Ride from Hell. That's fucking scary.
I could watch it here, but what's the worst that I don't know what they'll do.
We should save that for private show. Sounds like maybe. I
mean,
don't
my
know.
private show is next week, actually.
Yeah.
3 people are getting canceled by this Dark Side of the Ring thing, too. Ric Flair, Tommy Dreamer, who defended Ric Flair, and then Scott Hall, who was, like, blacked out drunk and tried to, like, lick the same flight attendant. Now, I do want to say that everyone says the flight on the way out to Europe was fine and nothing happened. Okay? And then these same flight attendants say they hung out and partied with the wrestlers, like while they were in Europe, but it was on the way back that a lot of the weird shit happened. I think it was a lot of guys blacked out drunk, which isn't an excuse. And I mean, Ric Flair a bunch of people got fired after this flight, but Ric Flair didn't because he's Ric Flair. So like he got away with running around naked and shit. He probably shouldn't have been allowed to do that, and he probably should have been fired. If he actually grabbed someone's hand and forced them to touch his junk, he should probably go to jail for that. But everyone is going around acting like they know what happened. And everyone I see that everyone is like, oh, they're the eyewitness to this, is now it's coming out. They're like, I didn't actually say that. I did not say that. but the fucking once it's out there, it doesn't matter if there's a retraction. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Ric Flair's like a really old guy. He's like in his 70s now. Like he's let me see.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so this is one of the alleged witnesses here, Rob Van Dam, one of my favorite wrestlers. And someone asked him, they're like, can you confirm to us, to the best of your recollection, Rob, did you see Ric Flair specifically grab her hand and place it on his genitals? This is what the majority of people believe you've said. Looking for a one-time tweet out there for clarification for everyone. And he said, I can confirm. I didn't see that, and I didn't say that. Creative editing will have people hearing it different ways. But people are still using what he said, not seeing this retraction, and being like, Rob Van Dam said he saw it. There's eyewitnesses.
Yeah.
The Mercedes Carrera stuff, I see people asking about that. We're talking about that on DP tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I see people in the chat.
Yeah.
Whether Mercedes is guilty or not, she doesn't deserve to be held in a medical facility with her life in danger. You know? She's been in jail for 3 years now. It's just a fucked up situation. It's really sad.
That is some bullshit. That's not due process, you know.
She had to have waived her right to a speedy trial, but that doesn't mean she has to rot in prison with COVID-infected people. You know, like...
Yeah.
Like, you all have a right to a speedy trial. Usually that means you get a trial within 1 week of your charge. Usually. But you waive that normally, especially if you're under very serious charges with very serious consequences. And you want to make sure you get represented in the best way. But she got COVID. They gave her a new cellmate who had COVID, some homeless woman. And now she's I guess I'll just give you the lowdown, but we're going to cover it more in depth tomorrow.
Yeah.
From what I understand, Mercedes Carrera got COVID and was moved from jail to a hospital that handles incarcerated people. And now she is in a hospital for incarcerated people in a unit that is controlled by a doctor, and that doctor just happens to be her ex-husband, who is the father of the child that is accusing her of sexual molestation.
What?
Yes. Yes. And that's why
You say
people are
conflict of
concerned.
interests?
That's why people are concerned. If it's true, it's fucked up. I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back.
Do you think he's pooping or peeing?
Goddamn tiny bladder Ben.
Tiny bladder Ben. When I meet him, I'm gonna hit him right in the bladder and see if he pees himself.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay.
Me neither.
When I met you, I hit you. Remember?
I loved every second.
Hit you right in the fucking head, and it was awesome. Everybody was happy. I mean, mainly just me, but still.
I mean, yeah, believe whatever you want, Daddy.
Oh, damn. Oh, Grandma. I'm going to drink some nut juice live on the stream.
Oh my God. Is it mine?
I don't remember.
Is it the weird smelly bottles I sent you, Shab?
I don't remember whose this is. It's good, though. Very creamy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You guys, we should get Ben to play Fortnite with me, guys. That'd be fun. That'd be so cool. Let's force him to do it, guys. I mean, what?
Yeah, let's hold him down.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is almost like the warden of your jail being your accuser. You know? Like, it's fucked up. If this is true.
I don't know for sure, but I feel pretty sure that that's a big old fuck off conflict of interests. And if there's not something in place that should be preventing
How is it
that,
happening?
what
then?
the fuck?
How is it
Well,
happening?
I mean, like I'm just speaking to my own ignorance about something that should definitely be different than it appears.
If it's true, yes, it's an injustice. Even if she's guilty. Like we
even
still,
if she's guilty.
In Western society, we still treat our prisoners with dignity and fairness. You know? So I don't know. I don't want it to be true, but there's been someone giving me this shit. I don't know, we'll talk about it. It's not something I feel good about talking about. It concerns like the abuse of a young one, which I hope isn't true. And someone that I had she wasn't my friend, but she was like someone I had interacted with publicly and that I had a favorable opinion of. So I didn't know. I wouldn't even say I know her. It's like a lot of these people you see me talk to, I call them and we talk for like 5 minutes privately, and then everything else we say is public. My conversations with Mercedes was like 5 to 10 minutes private, like being like, "Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we're gonna start soon. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this and this. Thanks for being on." And then we go live, and then everything else that's said is public record. So I don't know her as a person. I know her as the personality. And that's true for most people. Like, I know Pimpmunk. I've hung out with him privately a lot. I know Billy, obviously. I know Joe. I know the old school DP guys. At least I knew them. Like, I haven't seen them in years, so they could be totally different people for all I know. I know Scott Henson. Hung out with him multiple times. I know Adam from Your Movie Sucks. Hung out with him privately multiple times. Chris Raygun, Repsion. There's a few. There's like a handful of them. Oh, and Missy Ann. I hung out with Yeah, I did hang out with Missy Ann before. I did. And yes, Jeff. Jeff, I feel like I don't even need to mention. Like, Jeff's one of the ones I've hung out with the most.
Mhm. Oh, damn. Two Guns, what are you doing?
I'm multitasking.
Why do you guys still want Brett Keane? Like, I just got a super chat for Brett Keane. Like, why do you want Brett Keane? He does the same shit. He's
Did you
literally.
see him? Did you see him porn bomb Miss Parker a few weeks ago?
No.
That was funny. He was he came on for, I don't know if you know Miss Parker, but
I know who she is.
Yeah, she fucks with Lost Cows, and got an interview with Brett Keane, and as soon as she brought in someone else, granted it was Kermit, who's another like guy who does a very hilarious Kermit voice and tells funny stories that he makes up, and he was doing that, and I guess Brett just took it as an attack and just dropped the banana video with TJ live on air to try. It was just like no warning, just had it queued up, and it was
Of course,
like,
he would.
okay.
I mean, like,
Okay.
why are people still giving him this relevancy?
I mean,
It's
I can't
sad.
speak for Ms. Parker, but it was funny.
It's sad.
In a pathetic
Miss
sort of funny.
Parker, you need to change your evil ways.
Tell her.
I will. I'll tell her.
Yell at her. Boop-de-boop. Oh, damn.
Giving that
missed you
motherfucker attention is such a bad idea. It's weird how many people like fall for it. Even I did in the early days. I'm like, oh, you know, Brett, you don't like anyone else that I know, but you pretend to like me, so I guess we could be cool. And it didn't, like, it took like no time at all, though. And Brett is boring, and he does the same fucking shit. Like, yeah. The funniest thing is that DP made Brett more famous than he could have ever possibly have imagined. He spent the whole time trying to destroy us, when in reality he probably should have just worked with us more. It would have been more beneficial. And Brett, I can guarantee that I've paid you more money than any job you've ever had in your whole fucking life. I'm your number one employer. Objectively. Unless you talk about like SSI and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from SSI, I'm your number one employer, Brett. And all you can do is call me a pedophile. It's so played out. You're a pedophile, Brett. You're a pedophile. Brett, you're a pedophile. You're a pedophile.
Oh, damn.
The weirdest thing was when Brett Keane's son's ex-girlfriend reached out to me.
I think I remember something like that. That sounds a little familiar.
Oh my God, she dropped all the hot goss.
Oh, damn.
That, like, Brett does not give a fuck about religion at all. He just uses it to, like, get attention on the internet. And there's, like, so much more. Like, she's a fountain of interesting intel.
Mm-hmm.
There's more. I just don't like giving Brett attention, so I didn't ever bring her on the show. Like, even though the views that would have brought.
Mm.
No, I'm not talking about Brett. Maybe I'll put it behind a paywall and you can listen to it. I need to be paid to talk about Brett Keane. He's such a fucking loser. And I'll tell you what, he outweighs me by like 200 pounds. And he wouldn't do a real fight with me for money where we could have both made a lot of money. Because he was afraid of me kicking his fucking ass. Because, like, if I planned a fight like 12 months in advance, I'd be working out every day. I'd be training every day. And Brett wouldn't do shit. He'd lay in his bed on his belly.
Yeah.
You said you need to get paid to talk about Brett Keane. Here it is.
No. No, I need to be paid like a set amount.
Funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
But
I appreciate it, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah. I kind of like that we don't cover him that often. He's especially
When's the last
if
time you see me cover him. Like,
well, there's only one time I can remember us covering him. And I think that was the only time you ever covered him the whole time I've been on. It was just that one time where he talked about fucking E.T. and he compared movies to why.
I'd say I'd kick his teeth in, but well, you know.
But yeah, he said he compared. Said that the whole reason bad things happen in the world is because it would be boring if that didn't happen. Remember, like a movie, that video.
There's been so many times where like Brett has like tried to like erase, because he does this with other people and they fall for it. Where like he'll pretend like we're friends again. Which I was never his friend, but he'd be like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going? I should talk about." And then I ignore him, and then because that's what happens with everyone. Like Brett's a very needy friend, and if you don't talk to him every day, he'll block you, and then you're like his new enemy. It's a really weird, like mental illness. Brett Keane is mentally ill. I don't have to have a degree in something to be like Brett fucking Keane is mentally ill.
Yeah, I think you would need a degree to change my mind on that.
Right. Sapphire ate some poo-poo serum, and now she's gonna poo-poo.
That's hot. That's hot.
It is. I like it when a woman poops rocks.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Little poopy pebbles.
Oh fuck yeah.
Amazing.
Is he snoring?
No,
Yeah,
my
he fell
snores
asleep.
are fucking epic. Oh, dude, yeah, they literally sound like that.
Oh damn.
This is crazy. Check this.
We have some exclusive new video showing the violent beating of a hostess at a popular...
So a bunch of women from Texas came to New York and attacked a waitress for asking for proof of vaccination. It's like when in Rome, people, if you travel to a new place and they have different rules, you can't be like, well, where I live, this is different.
Restaurant in Manhattan, the attack
In
itself...
what other circumstance does that ever happen?
Pull your fucking pants up, dude.
Yeah.
Shocking, but what makes this crime even more remarkable is that it may be the first assault carried out in direct response to the city's indoor vaccination mandate. News 4's Adam Harding covering this. He brings us a story from the Upper West Side.
This is exclusive cell phone video of Thursday's attack outside Carmine's restaurant on the Upper West Side. Watch as the hostess stand is nearly tipped over. Tempers flare. At one point, a waiter helps carry someone away from the scene.
Oh, wow. That was bad.
We showed the wild brawl to customers. They are in utter disbelief, especially since the restaurant says it all started when the 22-year-old hostess simply asked a group from Texas to show proof of a COVID vaccination to dine inside, part of the city's executive order that went into effect this week.
Yeah, so, dude, what is the mental illness with this? Like, what is, like, why can't you just deal with it? I've been turned away, and I'm like, fine, I don't have my vaccination card on me. And then I started carrying it, and now I show it to people.
Law enforcement sources say the hostess
Why are you attacking people?
Was then repeatedly punched in the face and body and sent to the hospital.
The businesses have a role and the citizens have a role. So I think we need to all be held responsible and play our part. And we have to respect the business's decision. It's a privilege to sit in an establishment, so we have to respect their
Okay, it was very neutral at first, but yes, I agree with her.
choices as well.
In a statement, a spokesperson for Carmine says, in part, it is a shocking and tragic situation when one of our valued employees is assaulted for doing their job as required by city policies and trying to make a living. Elijah Jackson was here celebrating his birthday with family.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because, we're trying to get together. We're trying to open the city back up, and the only way we're going to do that is with vaccinations. And so I think it's a good idea that they're making it a mandate to get in with a vaccine card. But if that's the reaction, maybe.
Fuck Southern hospitality. There's Southern hostility sometimes.
Maybe we need to think of something else.
And tonight, the Hospitality Alliance is calling on the city and state to increase penalties for assaulting restaurant workers who are trying to enforce these new COVID rules. Investigators tonight also telling us 3 are now facing charges. On the Upper West Side, I'm Adam Harding, News 4, New York.
Here's a better video of this whole thing unfolding. Oh, it's not working. It's frozen. Okay, well, there's I had a video of it, but it didn't work. Anyway.
What the fuck, Two Guns?
What the fuck just happened?
I regret nothing.
Oh, God.
Oops.
My player crashed.
Why did you do that, Two Guns?
I was upset with what I was seeing. I couldn't control myself.
Got enough of your bullshit, Two Guns.
Listen.
Bitch.
Listen.
Bitch.
Earlier, you both went away, and this was my show. So, in my mind, it's still my
Is that what happened? I didn't even know.
No, I mean, Shab was just playing, but...
You want my Vax card? It's tattooed on my fist.
Oh, damn. You're so tough and
damn.
strong.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
This is great.
Nice.
So, this black woman is accusing Asian people of appropriating bubble tea.
Okay, I think you need to refresh the video.
No, I'm bringing it back up. Do you know what bubble tea it's also called boba tea?
Yeah.
It's an Asian thing.
Boba.
It's a fucking Asian thing. And this bitch is about to pitch a fit over. She's like, I thought this was a black-owned business. It's like, what? You're just dumb. You don't know what bubble tea is.
Okay, wait. Was the stipulation about the ownership? Because I have a big old knowledge bomb for this bitch, if so.
This establishment is not black owned, but you're stealing black culture. Is this not black culture? Trap tea, the boba plug? No, you're thieves. Asian people stealing black culture once again.
Oh no.
I can't stand people like this. This is we've created a generation of these kind of people that want to I'm a victim of this shit. And it doesn't matter if I'm dumb and don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm a victim, so respect me. And
I have to take a stand.
Yeah.
I am offended at this, and I need to take a stand for the rights of people,
right?
For things that
and then they think they're in the
about.
right. They think they're in the right, so it doesn't matter how they behave. They they adhere to this dogma where they're like, well, it doesn't matter how ridiculous I am with these people because I'm right and they're like horrible racists. So
Once again, it's okay. You'll be exposed, though.
Oh, you'll be exposed. I'm going to upload this and I'll look good.
You're not black owned. You're stealing black culture. You're stealing black culture.
Thank you for coming.
No, I came here because I thought it was black owned. That's why I came here. To my friends, I'm supporting a black business. This is not black owned. This is not black owned. Asians stealing black culture. Once again, you're a
And then there's a black guy who's like, shut up.
Is this staged? That's a fucking punchline.
It is.
That's a visual punchline.
Don't talk. I came here because I didn't know it was black owned.
You already spent money on them.
I'm tired of.
Thank fucking God this guy was here. Like,
yeah.
Because no one
Wait,
else.
did she call him a coon?
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah. Like, because no one else could be like, you're dumb for saying that, because then they'd be called a racist. So at least this guy was there who's like, you're dumb.
Because you're a coon.
Wow, that's so fucking offensive. All right. This guy right here in the yellow turban is a Sikh, which is an Indian religion. All right. It has nothing to do with being Arab or Muslim. It's its own religion that's existed for a couple or like 100 years or so. It's out of India. It's not Muslim. Okay? This is a guy who ran for Canadian Prime Minister. He lost, but he's a Sikh. There's a lot of Sikhs in Canada. They're like a pretty prevalent minority. Is it 400 years? Oh, I didn't think it. I thought it was like 100 years. But okay, 400 years. This woman thinks this guy's a Muslim, and he's not. I had a friend who was a Sikh. Like, Sikhs never cut their hair. Under their turban is like a lifetime of hair. And they wear a bracelet. I think you can actually see it on his left or his right wrist, our left. You can see that gold thing around his wrist. They also carry, if you notice his midsection, there's a strap that goes down to his hip. And on his hip, there's a metal thing. Do you see that? It's a dagger.
Yeah.
It's called a kirpan. It's a dagger
Carries
that
around a cool knife.
Yes, it's part of their religion. They also carry a
Fucking
comb.
badass. Yeah.
So this woman is about to be like, when are you going to do Sharia law? This is hilarious. He's not Muslim. It's a totally different religion.
Do we believe in celebrating diversity? Give it a round of applause for side diversity. A round of applause for diversity. All right. It's okay. Yeah. So, it's so.
We can tell by your votes. We all know.
That's it. It's okay.
He's like, oh,
what this is?
Oh,
what
this
this
person's a fucking idiot. All right, just ignore her. Is what he's doing here. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't remember his name, but I know who he is, and I know about Sikhs. I've known plenty of Sikhs in my life. She's a fucking idiot.
We don't want to be intimidated by hate. We don't want hatred to ruin a positive event, right? We don't want hatred to ruin a positive event.
He's lucky he's tall and he can just be like, hey, this dumb bitch, just ignore her. Yeah.
So let's show people how we would treat someone with love. We welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you. We love you. We support you. And we love you.
He handled this the best way someone could. Like, it's so great. I have so much respect for this guy.
We support you. We love you.
She thinks he's a Muslim, which is racist in of itself. Like, even if he was a Muslim in Canada, it doesn't mean he wants Sharia law. Why is he living in Canada? But this guy has nothing to do with Sharia law.
We all here, everyone in this room loves you. We all support you. We believe in your rights. We all believe in your rights. This room is a room filled of people that are loving and that will support you, but this isn't the best way to do it, but it's okay. We're going to talk some more. So my friends.
She's like, is she drunk?
My friends.
Because, like, even if I don't like someone politically, I'm not going to get in their face like this.
Let's just say this is a little bit awkward, but it's okay. We're not intimidated by hatefulness. We're not intimidated. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're not worried about this. This is okay. We're not.
I love how calm he is. And he's like, this is okay. We're good. Hey, everybody, we're fine.
Not worried about this. Is okay.
Like, in the face of literal racism, he's like, oh, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
Like someone racially profiling him, getting his race totally wrong. It's not the same race. Indians are not Arabs. They're, like, different. They're totally different.
Mm-hmm. We're not worried about this. We're okay. Wait. So let her just speak as much as she wants. It's okay.
Shoot her into space.
We have no problem with it.
We need like a space shuttle mission to the sun. Can we please like launch these kind of people towards the sun?
I'm down.
I want to know how close a shuttle can get to the sun before it vaporizes.
Yeah, it's a good scientific, study. We
don't necessarily need living people for that, but hey, kill two birds.
I think that'll help with the study.
Sun.
Kill two birds with one star.
My friends, we'll just sort this situation out. We'll be right back. I love you all. These are things that happen. It's okay. It's no big deal. We're not going to be intimidated. It's all good.
Goodbye, bitch. You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it is solved with already. All right. So listen, this is so incredible. This incredible amount of love. Okay, we're good. It's okay. Listen, growing up as a brown-skinned, turban-bearded man that I faced things like this before. It's not a problem. We can deal with it.
Handles it perfectly.
There's going to be other obstacles that we're going to face, and we're going to face them with what? With love and courage. We can overcome anything. We're not.
Maybe this guy should have been the new prime minister. Oh, here's Adam.
Ew.
Yeah, this is Adam from Your Movie Sucks. It's a huge channel on YouTube. It's got like over 1 million subscribers. He's my buddy. We've had him on on DP multiple times. He lives just north of me. Scott. Scott does a regular stream with Adam. So you know Scott.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a really big YouTuber.
For Don Cheadle. Ew! Who farted? These weird fart fetishists that make their way into writing for and animating children's
That's Scott talking right there. I just heard him talking.
television shows.
Oh yeah, there's so much fetish shit.
Get
in
out of
cartoons.
there.
That was Scott talking. Oh yeah, there's so much fetish shit.
Stop it.
Just make it. What was it? Was it like Graham Adventures of Billy and Mandy, or was it something else? There was one in The Lion Guard. The Lion Guard one was terrifying. What was the other one? There was like a gnome or something.
Adam has very nice hair. He like swept like all the like. He's not losing his hair. Like I am. It's so sad when you lose your hair. There's no turning back.
Somebody post these on the cringe subreddit. Let me see if I can find them. Where it's like very clearly just somebody with a fart fetish decided, I'm going to write this into the episode. And it's like...
You know what? Adam is a furry and has like the furry fetish shit, but he thinks all other like fetish shit is gross, I've noticed. Like the diaper thing. We showed him a diaper thing. He's like, I don't know about this. Like, it's like, hold on. You're into like cartoon animals.
Yeah, but I mean, that versus diapers is a little
a kid's show.
It's different. I get
Look at
it.
I'm so glad that holy shit.
You see the look on his face, how disgusted he was right there.
I'm so glad that I have cam on and not showing. I'm just searching things in YouTube and I found a thumbnail that would get me banned.
He looks so fucking horrified. I want to find this really quick. Hold on.
Holy shit.
Right there. That is... Someone screenshot this and send it to him. Like, tweet this at him. He looks so fucking horrified right here.
Yeah.
It's like a piece of his soul died. Does it get worse?
I'm so glad that I have cam on and not showing. I'm just searching things. So this is a
Hold on,
kid's
no.
show.
There's a better one. Wait. Right there. That's it right there. I was like, no, he made a worse face. This is the one. This is so bad.
Totally mortified.
Oh my god. We need like we need an old school screenshot of this. I'll put it up. Feel free to edit this too. You could put like the Hindenburg behind him, like any atrocity. You can, I mean, be creative. It was like me with Anita Sarkeesian in the background. There were multiple memes of that. I was a meme, like I had me with, like when I took the picture of me with Anita Sarkeesian in the background, people put it like with the Hindenburg. They put it with everything. John Cena at the airport. I don't know, all kinds of weird shit.
I'm so glad that holy shit. I'm so glad that I have cam on and not showing. I'm just searching things in YouTube and I found a thumbnail that would get me banned off Twitch. Holy shit. The title of the video is
so disgusted.
Bear Fart in parentheses Cardilver Kakaru. CARDLIVER space KAKERU. If you want to see what the thumbnail to that is. Apparently it's just a bit from an anime or something. But they drew like the full asshole.
They drew like the full asshole.
Just pointed at the camera. It's like Winnie the Pooh's asshole.
His face is so animated. I love it. Like, look at
He is a funny guy. I love all
I
his
love
content.
him. He's great.
He's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
On a YouTube deep dive.
I guess so. At least this is an anime. At least this is an anime and it's like, okay, somebody put their weird furry fart fetish in here. But at least that's an anime, like, don't do it in kids shows.
Game over.
So I'm in a fucking playlist right now. I'm in a gigantic playlist that's clearly somebody with a fart fetish created. Farting Dragon compilation? What the? That's just the same.
You hear that shit? Farting Dragon compilation. You're like, it's
I
like
was expecting a beat to drop. Like
clip over and over.
You hear this shit? It's like ridiculous.
Stop it. Okay, where's this fucking... I don't know what... Can somebody tell me what show it was? It was on the Cringe subreddit.
I love this. This is the best video ever.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were in the blast zone. Here I come.
Just don't put this in kids shows. Don't put this in kids shows.
How'd you like that?
He's watching clips of kid shows that are fart fetish clips on YouTube is what's going on right now.
Oh no.
That's what's happening.
Oh my god, why?
I can't show this on stream though.
Yeah.
This is disgusting. I'm trying to find the one that I've... There's one from Fritz the Cat? What?
This is a movie I've watched with Adam twice. And it's like the classic furry movie. It's like a 1970s, like late 70s, I believe, animated movie with anthropomorphic animal people. It's called Fritz the Cat, and there's like literal sex in it. Like there's like a whole like orgy scene in this movie where there's like a bunch of like cat and dog and like other anthropomorphic animal people fucking. It's crazy.
Okay, that was like 3 seconds long. Oh, there's a Peepadoo Season 2 Kickstarter fart or something? Okay. This gigantic playlist, holy shit. Yeah, I understand.
It's not live action. It's animated.
I understand that there are inflation playlists also. What are these?
It's cutting edge film though. Like it's... I think it's worth a watch, honestly, even if you're not into like furry fandom and stuff. It's kind of a first of its kind. It's like NC-17 animated movie with anthropomorphic characters.
I'm looking for something so...
Maybe it is like rated X. Like there used to be rated X, and there was XX or XXX was like full on like hardcore shit, which doesn't exist anymore. There was even a time where like Siskel and Ebert would review rated X films, porno films, as if they were movies. So
many. Hurley farts in G-Force.
Do not cross that line.
I like how these are almost all exclusively furry in this playlist too.
The horror!
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Now, Hurley.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
My stomach doesn't do well with action adventure. Hurley, don't you
Fucking
dare.
face.
I'm trying so hard. Can somebody please, like, you have to let me know what this shit is. Like, it's a modern television show for children. And it had, like, not a gnome, but like maybe a gnome, like a troll or like a spirit or like wizard or something. This and he would come to sniff the children's farts. And this was posted on the...
That is fucking weird. That's kind of across a line. Like, children's farts? Like, I don't... Like, farts aren't sexual to me, but if someone has a fart fetish and it's about children's farts, then there's a problem there, right? Like...
If you're going to make something sexual, you do not get to involve kids.
You don't do the children's side of anything you consider sexual.
Cringe subreddit in the past, 3 years or something. And it was so disgusting. Alright, so I see the Lion Guard ones.
Come on! I dare ya!
The Lion Guard ones.
There's gonna be some farts.
Are fucking cringe. I'm just trying to... The nut job?
Buddy. I think I'm gonna have a cheat.
Whoever made this playlist has seen every single instance of animals farting in media.
I love his little laugh.
No, it's not
too.
the gnome fart. Funny, haha. It's not. That's not what it is.
especially ones that have eaten all my food.
Oh dear, that was Flynn's food. Foxes bury things to eat.
All right, I'll click on this one, fanboys.
Fart is what I do!
That's not it.
Door
No.
opening. Here it comes! Here
I went to my first furry convention with Adam. I was visiting Vancouver with Jeff Holiday. Like, me and him went there together right before COVID like hit like a boom, you know. We stayed at his place, and like it was kind of like a very weird time, because we went to a hockey game, and I'm like, oh shit, should I be in this arena with like 20,000 people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's like yeah, the Lion Guard was disturbing, and then this other one was also very disturbing. The one,
and we went to this furry convention, and there were so many people there, but it was pretty amazing to meet. Like we went. They had like a talent show basically, which was really cool. It was amazing. Like I had a lot of fun at a furry con. For sure.
So you said it was your first one. It sounds like you've been to many more.
No.
I can tell it's your favorite thing to do.
No,
now, right?
I've never been to another, but it was also my first.
So you're just still waiting for the fursuit, or?
Well, I mean, even if I wanted another, they haven't been happening. But it was
Well, thank you for killing my joke, Ben.
It was Vancouver. That was the name of the con. And it was like a really tall, like mini skyscraper hotel, and there was YIF rooms. Jeff Holiday fell through a wall in one of the YIF rooms.
No.
Well, he called it a YIF room, but they just said it was a cuddle room. I didn't see anybody fucking. They were just kind of hugging. Like, it was a bunch of people like spooning. You'd see like,
that's called foreplay.
You'd see like 6 people like spooning each other. Like, you're spooning the person.
They're warming up. You're getting ready.
Well, I didn't see any. I didn't see any like even like McGillicuddy. Is that a weird? Like regional thing? I didn't see canoodling. I didn't see any canoodling. Like they were just hugging. Like nothing like. That's it. That's like a phrase I grew up with. McGillicuddy.
Really?
Yeah,
Funny.
yeah. And it just kind of means like hanky panky.
Hanky panky.
Yeah. That's another word for it.
I've heard that one.
that I'm thinking of. It's like a modern television show that looks like the same animation style as like Billy and Mandy or something.
New on 2-disc DVD. What's black?
Lucky push me, did not get to.
And white. And fun all over.
What is it?
Disney's 101 Dalmatians.
Sound it.
I go.
101 Dalmatians rare farting 2008 DVD commercial.
I'll be right back.
Where they made the horse fart with a like a fucking warp effect.
I go.
Just for the commercial.
Who? With plenty of special treats, including a virtual Dalmatian skate and an all-new
And the
music
audio
video.
just sounds like ear rape.
100.
And okay. Maybe this playlist doesn't have it because they weren't anthro characters.
That's probably what they're after. I'll destroy it.
No.
Dinosaur fart.
Hey, I got 3 stomachs. Cut me some slack.
왜 그래? 어디가 아픈 거야? 그게 배가.
Why do so many of the anime ones show the full buttholes? Why do they show the entire butthole in the anime ones? Are these ones still also for kids? I'm so glad I'm on cam right now and not showing you what this is, because feel like Twitch wouldn't have any of this.
그렇게 파워 드래곤이 폭풍쇼를 펼친
Why are you
뒤
showing the
얼마
full
후
butthole?
이제 좀 잘까?
There's a
Why
fart
not?
scene in Blazing Saddles.
Why not?
Is there gonna be an actual real life horse?
Oh no.
Well,
Poop.
whoever made this
Shut up, Shabisky.
playlist, I don't know. I'm not
Poop.
gonna watch
You
that.
smell weird.
Poop.
I like poop too.
What's it called?
That's on a
Oh, did
good
you
day.
find it? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna click on this. I hope that this is it. This is what it is. Thank you. What is this? IEATDE. A total eclipse of the fart. How did you find it? This is exactly what it was.
Oh, he's still going.
It's disgusting.
Mhm.
Collecting everyone's farts.
Collect
God.
everyone's farts.
There's so many farts. Can I do this forever? I'm just gonna play this on DP tomorrow, like the whole thing.
Well,
Just leave it on.
skip to where he shows that cartoon real
No,
quick. What's
no,
that?
no, that's tomorrow.
Ah.
DP, man. Gotta tune in.
I just wanted to see a little bit of farts.
It's for fart power.
I want to see some of them sexy farts.
I'll play for you. Like Adam is an insanely amazing musician and songwriter. Shabisky, you play piano. You'll respect this.
Yeah.
It took him 10 years to write an album. And even when I met him like 5 years ago, he was like, "Here, listen to this demo." And it like he was building it up over the years. But like I'll play for you him doing this song like 10 years ago and then the studio version of it.
Hey guys, Foundation on Rock Band 3 is now also on PlayStation Network.
Watch
and not
him
just,
play. It's insane.
Xbox Live. So go check it out. I cut back one drug and excess on another, and it's always by myself. When my friends are here to drag me from me, it usually seems to help. But I guess that's just as well that I'm here all by myself, and nothing seems to help when my thoughts reside in hell. You know you control me, and you speak through my head from your metal lips, and you'll tell me what you think might help myself. I thought you might know me, of course not quite entirely, but just enough to know I really needed your help. And the stone might break the glass, and we'll wait for it to pass.
This video is from like 9 years ago.
Just like some covered in grass, but I think it's time to grasp this motivation that I like. And I'll play the victim, and I'll play the mediator, 'cause that's how I solve my problems at.
Like he does. My dad can. He can
Shep,
play all
we'll talk
sorts
about
of
it when it's
songs.
over. Like
Sorry.
As a child, and you'll be complaining, but my problems are not what I thought they were, and I'll try my very best to force a smile. And I'll think the night away, I'll think the night away, 'cause once I'm in my head I can't escape. And so I'll drink the night away, I'll drink the night away, and I wonder if I'll
And here's the studio version that he worked on for like 10 years.
I cut back one drug and excess on another, and it's always by myself. But when my friends are here to distract me from me, it usually seems to help. But I guess that's just as well, that I'm here all by myself, and nothing seems to help when my thoughts reside in hell. You know you control me, and you speak through my head from your metal lips, and you'll tell me what you think might help myself. I thought you might know me, of course not quite entirely, but just enough to know I really needed your help. And the stone might break the glass, and we'll wait for it to pass, just like snow-covered grass. But I think it's time to grasp this motivation that I lack. And I'll play the victim, and I'll play the mediator, 'cause that's how I solved my problems as a child. And you'll be complaining how my problems are not what I thought they were, and I'll try my very best to force a smile. And I'll think the night away, I'll think the night away, 'cause once I'm in my
Someone says, Styx does make music. Is this Styx?
head, I can't escape. So I'll drink the night away, I'll drink the night away, and I'll wonder if I'll ever be okay. And I know it sounds so blue, but I wouldn't be here without you. Telling myself I won't kill myself just as long as I have my fingers, but my wish is only a way my wish sticks. You knew all too well I wouldn't take care of myself, you could lead in the right direction, and it shows that that was something I was missing. Now you want me dead, so get out of my head. It was you that kept me breathing. I was confident that you were here to...
Shabisky will only listen to Midwest emo. Do you think that's what this is? This is like someone from Vancouver. It is a breakdown though. Yeah, I've heard this whole song like played like punkified, and this is the breakdown. Yeah.
One click, refresh till my face turns red and I'm bleeding out my eyelids. Just hoping, just wishing.
He does the same thing at the end, where it's like
change.
It just keeps going.
Put an effect on it to sustain it, sounds like.
Probably holding a pedal down on. It's probably, I don't know if it's a real piano or not.
There's more there. It could have been a real piano.
He hired
like
session musicians.
I do that kind of shit all the time. I'll let chords hang out.
Like you hear the
and
cellos. There's cellos in this song, like real cellos. So.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying before, him playing the piano like that, I could probably learn how to play his whole song here, but I couldn't sing it like he does. I don't like. I've never been able to do that. That's like really hard to me. Like it's already hard enough in the beginning learning how to play piano to learn how to do, get both of your hands to work together as one. but like, yeah, I've never been able to do that. He cool guy, Two Guns down here. He makes music too. He took one of my songs and like remade it and stuff. It was cool.
Yeah.
And took one of his old beats and made it like a genty metal jam. It was fun. That's kind of my speed.
Yeah.
But no, Adam's fucking. I haven't heard his record yet.
It's
but I've
out
heard
there. You can
it's
listen
like
to the whole thing. People are saying that's not even the best track on the album. I mean, that's probably true. It's my favorite because I can hear it like being a punk song, which is like when I listen to it, the beginning is like the classic beginning of a punk song, like that. But he actually wrote a song for Blondie.
Really?
Yeah. On one of their more recent albums, which people don't really know, they actually took one of his songs and put it on their album.
That's cool. That's real cool.
Um,
One of my professors in school played drums, not exclusively for Blondie, but on like one of her tours. Pretty sure. And the Temptations also he played for.
I'll play it really quick here. This is Blondie playing Adam's song. So there's the Blondie version. Hold on.
Oh damn!
You can't create more time.
This is the same song.
You just make it. If you want a new life, just take it. And if you wanna change the world, then speak real clear and make sure someone's listening. And if you wanna break my heart, then stay right here. It don't go anywhere. Do you love me now? 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 Do you love me now?
Yeah, so. Yeah, there's all kinds of interesting shit on here. He keeps everything very separate too. Like this is a separate channel from all of his movie review shit.
Yeah.
He's real good. He's a great singer.
Yeah,
Great player. For sure.
Oh my God, Shabisky, jump off your roof.
Like, do you want me to do a flip?
Yes.
All right. I'm really good at flips.
I'm really good at dying. Your desk has ruined your whole life. This desk,
Yes.
I'm cursing it. The desk is a curse. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. under
No,
the desk.
no.
The desk is gonna collapse on you. You're gonna die.
I have the best desk. It's the greatest.
Nope. It'll be the end of you, Shabisky. One way or another. One way or a fucking another. This desk is gonna seal your doom.
No, I don't want that. I want the opposite.
Dude, that wasn't
I want
me
the
saying
desk to
that.
be good. Was that Satan?
I was
speaking
just
through you?
possessed.
My God.
Did you
Shabisky.
do that too?
Stay
What?
away from that desk. Don't use it.
No.
Disassemble it and send
All right,
it back.
fine. You know what? No, I'm just gonna throw it away now.
You should set it on fire and have a big bonfire in your back.
Yes, I'll do a stream setting it on
Great
fire
idea.
in the middle of the desert.
So fucking hilarious. If you burn a $5,000 desk.
Was it 5,000?
What was it?
The whole the desk with all the different stuff I got with it and everything, it was 3,000, 3,300.
That's a lot of fucking money for a desk.
It is. It is.
It is. And I'm
Have a
gonna use it
table.
for like fucking the next decade or two or something. So it's
No, you're not gonna last that long. That desk is gonna kill you.
He's gonna fucking
That desk will be the end of you.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna like get caught in the motor when I'm trying to lift it up. It's
You're
gonna
gonna
break
get
my leg.
impaled by this desk.
And
Hey, dude, you're just another installment of Final Destination waiting to
See,
happen.
Red Eye says that desk better blow you every 15 minutes.
It
You know
does.
what? Red Eye, can I
literally
replace you with Pimpmunk? Do you want to get into this stream? And I'll just put you in Pimpmonk's
my
section.
God.
Should I fire Pimpmunk?
Nah,
I mean, at least for tonight.
Red Monk.
Oh damn. All right. I don't know how Red Eye, are you in Shabisky's Discord?
Yeah, he is.
That's probably where I can message him.
Yeah, just type in the general chat on my Discord, Red Eye, so he can see you real easy. This is scary. I've never talked to this Red Eye guy before.
Yes, you have, you idiot.
Only once, but it was
No.
weird.
You liar.
He sexually harassed me when we spoke, and I haven't spoken to him since. Okay?
Liar.
He talked about sucking my nards. It was crazy. He said nards too. It was fucking weird.
Did he
Like,
say-
who uses that word?
He would say nads.
Yeah, nads. Yeah.
I don't see him in the general quite yet.
You're a piece of shit, Red Eye. You didn't do what I fucking said. He said "oi" in my general chat, Shabisky's Discord.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, right above August.
Oh, there he is. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
My
Oi. Oi, mate.
Oi, mate.
Oi, mate.
It'll surprise ya.
We should all put peanut butters in our mouth so we can sound like him. That'd be cool. Come on, everybody, get your peanut
Dude,
butter.
there were these Energizer commercials back in the day with a bunch of Aussies in them, and it was great.
Yeah. Oi.
And at the end, they'd be like, "Oi,
Oi. Oi, mate. You gonna come play Fortnite with me? Huh?
on my stream."
No, you need to come play Fortnite with me. I need to kidnap you.
No, it's not
Okay.
happening.
Take over into my Fortnite stream. Yeah.
We're gonna tie you
I'm
down.
gonna
Ben,
be in
and
your
force you to play
Fortnite stream. Oh,
I need
no.
to train you. Okay.
Hey, if you want to run head to head with me, be my guest, little boy.
No, we're a team on that game, and then you have to pick up the slack and get back.
What's the longest lasting battery you can buy? Oh, get a surpriser! New Energizer! Get a surpriser! New Energizer! It's up to test! New Energizer was best! Lasted longer than all the rest! Too right! New Energizer! New Energizer! New surpriser! New surpriser!
Laboratory tests prove in most devices, Energizer lasts longer than any other battery. New Energizer. Oi!
Oi.
Why is that crackhead showing us batteries? What's going on?
It's a Australian.
Yeah, like you said, crackhead.
Yeah, like
you said, crackhead.
Oh, that's great. Somebody should edit that and replace the battery with crack. Oi! This gives me energy. Oi! Oi! Crack gives me energy. Oi!
I never leave the house without crack.
I think this.
Mate.
Is he here? What's wrong with
Oi,
this
mate.
bloke?
Red Eye.
He's in the call. He probably just is fixing his audio and shit. Is what it is. I bet he needs to go to his settings and stuff maybe because it looks like. Or no, it's not showing that he joined yet.
What's the longest lasting battery you can buy? Battery! I'm getting surpriser! New Energizer! Sound surpriser! New Energizer! It's up to date!
Energizer!
New Energizer was best! Lasted longer than all the rest! Too right! New Energizer! New Energizer! New surpriser! New surpriser!
Laboratory tests prove in most devices, Energizer lasts longer than any other battery.
Never go out.
New Energizer.
Energizer.
Oi!
Oi!
Need to surprise ya!
My toy robot never goes bad.
Hey, never!
Oi! Oi! Oi, mate!
Never! Is this Red Eye? How do we know this isn't him? Honestly. How do we know? Hold on, wait though. How do we know that Red Eye isn't either Paul Hogan or Yahoo Serious? I'm serious right now because I think he might be either or because there's only how many people that live there.
There's only like 2 or 3.
And one of them's Yahoo Serious and one of them is Paul Hogan.
Energizer.
Like, and then we knew Steve Irwin lived there, but he's dead, so that rules him out.
It's basically all there were that I remember. I don't remember seeing any more than that. I mean, for a made-up country, you'd be surprised if there are any at all, right?
It'll surprise
Energizer.
Almost as surprised as Energize.
Energizer.
Do you come from a land down under? Ooh, ooh.
Energizer.
Women go in men plunder.
Energizer.
Can't you hear that thunder?
Energizer.
You better run. You better take cover.
Holy shit.
We're making music. Okay? We're making hits over here.
I'm moist. What an intro. Wow.
He said, do you speak my language? She just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Crikey.
Crikey, mate.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
See, sweetie.
Just watching this crazy Australian crackhead guy show us batteries.
Oh, Jacko. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is that his name?
That's Jacko.
Yeah. Why was he famous in America for battery commercials?
I've got a gift for you. Go to YouTube right now and type in Jacko. I'm an individual, and it's a song. He sung it. This is a guy that used to play football, Australian rules football, not the football you're familiar with, but he was a good football player.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
Wacko
I've seen
Jacko.
the
Aussie football.
That was his name, Wacko Jacko. And after his football career, he sold batteries enthusiastically.
Very enthusiastically.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he may have been consuming copious amounts of Peruvian marching powder.
Marching
In
powder.
fingers. Yeah. So, yeah.
If you're lucky someday you might see me on the street. My crystal clear complexion is as snow white as a sheet. Some say I'm a genius, to others I'm a loon. But someday there'll be people like me walking on the moon. If you think you've got the nerve to put me in my place, I think that I should warn you I'm not just a pretty face. I'm an individual, you combo man. An inner-bloody individual, you combo man. A genuine original, you combo man.
The bloody visual.
Cause I'm thinking all the time. I have a basic sense of rhythm.
Hold on, he's juggling one ball.
You can juggle 2 balls.
Whoa. Oh damn!
This is Australian TV advert. This is our culture.
Oh,
Welcome
God.
to my world, ladies and gentlemen. Oi.
There's no way.
Watch me juggle one ball.
The song is like it's kind of punk rock, but it's all synth, so it makes it sound very 80s.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
Genuine original, you can't fool me. I keep an open mind 'cause I'm thinking all the time. I am not an animal. I am not an animal. I'm a human
What is this? His weird boxing?
Yeah.
That's
Dancing in Australia. That's how we dance in Australia. We basically start fighting each other.
Yeah, actually, I think I saw Kylie Minogue dancing that way before.
It's pronounced Kylie Minogue, by the way. I just like to point that out.
No, fuck her. I'm gonna say it however the fuck I want.
You do you, boo.
Everybody knows that I'm a cutter, but
Minogue? Did I say it right?
Minogue.
Hold on.
Got it. Nailed it.
Kylie
Nailed it.
Macas?
my formal education was in competition dance. Attending your auditions for the latest movie parts. People say they like my needs enough to stop my growth. They ask me if I'm happy and I tell them oh, but no! I'm an individual, you can't fool me. An individual, you can't fool me. A genuine original, you can't fool me. I'm keeping up.
Yeah, people are saying like synth oi. Yeah, this is like punk music, but played through like Casio keyboards. That's the weirdest part about it. Like you could, I could play this on guitar easily. Like it's a bunch of power chords. You know,
They recorded this song in a Dick Smith electronics store. They just walked into the phone, just walked up to the keyboard, slapped the key.
An into bloody visual. An into bloody visual.
Is he saying during the other part he's thinking all the time?
Well,
that's what I'm hearing.
He's an into bloody visual.
You know what I've
thinking
realized?
all the time.
You can't fool
He
you.
likes throwing punches. It's just like he doesn't. He's dance. You know what? Check him out and check Peter Garrett out. Holy shit! I've just discovered something. Apparently, we dance like we've lost complete control of our bodies in Australia.
I look at this motherfucker
shit.
and I want to see his DNA test for how much Neanderthal DNA this motherfucker has. Like
102%.
I mean, yeah, look at him, dude. Look at his weird jaw and like his head and his ears. Dude looks like a fucking caveman. Like he takes all his mates by dragging them back by their hair to his cave. At this point, he clubs them.
Ben, don't be racist against Neanderthal, okay?
I'm not.
Oh, Jacko,
They're not.
the gift that keeps on giving.
Some of them are good.
I like
people.
that.
Oh God,
I
There's
never knew that
one
was
more.
the Energizer guy. Like that was his only claim to fame in America in the 80s. You know?
Oh, he's a bit of a cult celebrity in Australia. Like to this day, Jacko will be recognised wherever he goes. Doesn't matter. It's just it's because he was a
Yahoo
good
Serious
football player.
still around?
Yahoo Serious, we just checked up on him a few weeks ago. He just got evicted from where he was living. He is not living the high life anymore.
He's fallen on
had
hard
those-
times. That 1980s money ran out.
Well, he had 2 good movies, and then the third one, did not do well.
Young
and that was that.
Einstein was pretty good, and then he did. Oh God, what was it? What was the movie
The
after
Ned
that?
Kelly based one.
Yeah.
It was, but and the third that did okay, but the third one, I forget what it was called. It wasn't a bad movie. It just wasn't full of Australiana like the other two, and it just.
I thought he got into politics or something.
Oh, I can't remember. That's a while back when he would have done that.
Yeah.
I don't think he was too successful.
No. Yeah. And then Paul Hogan. Is he still alive? Is Paul Hogan still alive?
Paul Hogan is, last interview I saw with him, he was thinking about moving back to Australia.
He lives in the States?
Now he lived in the States for a long time with his missus, but they've broken up. I think they're still on good terms. He's got kids and a lot of
You
contacts
talking about the
over there,
woman
but-
from Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah, I forget the
they
lady's
broke
name,
up
but
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he wants to come home and spend his final moments in Australia, surrounded
How
by
old
friends.
is he?
Now,
Like 80 years old or something?
he's fucking old. Now,
Yep.
Paul Hogan's early work, he did a TV show in Australia. And some of the stuff on it, there's one skit I always remember, and it was basically the opposite of a wedding where they had a divorce ceremony, and at the end of it, the fucking goddamn dude at the church says, "You may now punch the bride." That was part of the skit, and we went pop and nailed it. It was like, damn, Paul. He that's all been pushed right underground. He hides all that shit, but he did this other character called Leo Wanker Stuntman, and that was fucking hilarious.
So he was just a comedian. He wasn't a bushman. That was he kind of.
That's a character.
Yeah.
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 He was a garbage man. So he used to basically collect garbage for a living. Someone liked the cut of his jib, and he ended up on TV being a pretty well-known comedian. Did the Paul Hogan show, and then he got Crocodile Dundee, and he just went. Phew,
Now I'm a
that took off.
bushman.
Yeah, like we are suffering to this day because of that fucking movie. Want to throw a shrimp on the barbie? It's
Not a knife, though. This is not a
That's
knife.
not a knife. Yeah,
This
that's
is
not a knife. This is a knife.
Do you know?
Luckily, that
Have you
taken that to you want to play knifey spoony?
Yeah. Have you ever met a South African? To me, they sound almost Australian, or like
South Africans. It's like South African accents are slightly different.
yeah. Well, you know what? It's almost more like New Zealand.
Oh,
Different. Like it's like I don't know.
They
Kiwis
keep their teeth a little closer together.
The best illustration of Kiwis is, so I've got a new wooden dick and I'm going to put some new dick sealant on it. It's like, have you seen that skit? It's like
The difference between
instead of packets, pick.
The difference between Aussies and Kiwis is like Americans and Canadians. It's like that. There's like that slight difference in vowels and the way certain words are pronounced. And I mean, I can hear a Canadian no matter what. I grew up near the border, and even Canadians are like, I don't talk like that. I'm like, yes, you fucking do. You do talk like that. Like, just own it. Canadians are in denial about their accent. They think they sound like Americans. I can pick out a Canadian easily. Unless they've lived here for some time. If they're Canadian, I can hear it every time. They're going to let out a sorry. They're going to let out a boot. You know, like that kind of stuff. They're going to say house or whatever. Out. I'm going to go out. Like, I hear it.
Yeah. Look, England's a really interesting one because it's a pretty small place. Dialects change nearly from village to village, and I was talking to this girl one day, and she had this certain accent, and I went, just out of the blue, I asked her, I said, did you grow up anywhere near the comedian Joe Brandt, that lady from England? And she went, bugger if I know. I said, could you check? And she looked in, she grew up 2 streets away from fucking Joe Brandt, and I picked it through her fucking voice, and it boils down to nearly villages have slight differences, like the Cornish, they'll go proper job, that is, but you get into central England, they talk like they're all on fucking EastEnders, you know? So what do we have here?
I see. Jay Troy Doe's like Ohio accents are weird. See, there's no one Ohio accent though. There's three pretty much. There's the Northern Ohio accent, which I grew up speaking, which is like a Michigan accent or like a Southern Ontario kind of accent. We all kind of speak the same slightly. And then there's Central Ohio, which is kind of a blend of the Northern and the Southern. There's a little bit of Southern in it, but it's mostly Northern. And then there's Southern Ohio, or Ohio Tucky, or Ohio West Virginia, where it's Southern. It's like a Southern accent. Yeah, Ohio Tucky is like Cincinnati, like anywhere that Ohio borders Kentucky or West Virginia. You're in the South there. Southern Ohio is the South. I grew up in the North. It's weird how northern the South goes, honestly. That culture in the East, it goes up pretty high in the Midwest. The South. It's Appalachia, hillbillies.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
You got, like, in America, there's so many different accents. I don't think people realize how varied it is. Like, you got your Bostonian sort of thing, and then I'll use Tommy from the Bronx as an example, that Hell's Kitchen fucking sort of way they talk, and just a general New Yorker's a little bit different to that. Then you got your Californian dudes, and then you got people like Pimp.
New York alone is a great example because it's literally like, it's not just the borough you live in, it's where in the borough you live in. And New York has multiple boroughs. There's Manhattan, there's Brooklyn, there's Queens, there's the Bronx, and there's Staten Island. And you can tell someone's from each. Well, it's starting to fade because of mass communication and mass transit. But like, you could tell which borough they're from just by how they talk. And then like you could even narrow it down to where in the borough they speak. Like Hell's Kitchen is a very specific place. Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, if you pay attention to language and you just listen to the little nuances there, you can actually learn a lot about people and where they're from, and it's just generally fun to try and mimic some of that stuff. Like I can't do a tenth of the accents in America, but yeah, just the typical ones are good fun, like the Valley Girl typical one, and then the Southern Texan drawl. That's another good one. But yeah, just America has just got so many varied fucking things when it comes. And then you got, in LA too is another good one, because you got all the different ethnicities there, and you get all of these wonderful different sort of what we'll call pidgin languages, where people sort of, over here, my friend used to speak pidgin German English with his mum. They basically created their own freaking language that only those two could speak. And they would slip in the middle of a sentence, they'd slip in and out of German and Australian. It was hilarious to listen to. Fucking love that shit. But yeah, definitely New York, because that's a melting pot of cultures too. And they don't, like you said, all the different boroughs, and even down to the whereabouts in the borough you lived. Or borough, sorry. Jesus, me and my accent.
Yeah.
Please kill me.
I mean, it was kind of mind-blowing in Britain, like how you could only travel. I mean, you could drive 20 minutes and there's a whole different dialect just in that short drive, you know, because Britain's so small compared to even just a few American states.
Yeah, well, you got East End, West End. They're totally different. And I forget where the workers are, but the workers have got a very distinct way of speaking, whereas
there's like Birmingham, which is like one of the industrial cities.
Cockney. That's the one.
The Cockney. There's also like Cockney rhyming slang. Like, I don't give a Donald Duck.
Yeah, we do that in Australia, that Aussie rhyming slang. Yeah, old mate China plate. We've been doing that
China
since World
plate.
War I.
Yeah.
It's like the thing we used to call Americans, and I'm not trying to start shit, but I've always found it funny, is during World War II, Americans got the nickname of Seppos. And if you septic tank yank, full of shit. It's just because you guys used to come over here and talk big, and you used to basically do really well with the ladies, and I think the local fellas took exception to that, so they started calling you Seppos. I'll tell you what, all you guys have got to do, you could be the most butt ugly American on the planet, a male, come over here, be polite, and just speak to a couple Aussie chicks. Within 15 minutes, you'll be asked out on a date. I guarantee it. There's something about the way you guys talk. Chicks over here love it.
That's hilarious.
They just fucking love it.
There's something about the way you guys talk.
It's just your accent. They just fucking love it. I think they're sick of us because we sound like we've been snorting gum leaves for the last 50 years.
You hear that? Guys, you'll gain like
Get over
5
there, boys.
attractive points. If you're like a 5 out of 10, you'll be a 10 in Australia.
Yeah.
There's just something.
You've
about
instantly got game. So as soon as you come over here, boys, you got game.
Yeah.
Just got to talk. That's it. Off you go.
You heard it here first.
There you go, Shabby. You can end that dry spell, buddy. Just jump on a plane and come to
Yay! Cubs. Yeah, I got too many wanker scabs though.
Oh no, I don't know if that's going to work for Cubs.
Got a collection of wanker scabs.
There's something about the way you guys talk. I love the way.
Seriously, I've.
You know what?
I
That
just
probably
remember
works out here though too. Honestly, your accent probably works well out here.
Yeah, I think because it's different. I won't use the word exotic when I'm describing my fucking accent for shit.
It is.
No, it's exotic.
It's different. It's different.
Exotic.
No, it's just different. I will not call the Australian
You're
accent
exotic.
You're so exotic.
You're exotic. You're all
Voice is
exotic.
So exotic. Oh my god.
You're so exotic.
We're having a moment.
And you're a whore.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've got. I've been exposed in chat. They nailed me. Oh shit. Oh, Spec says it's erotic. No.
Erotic.
It's neurotic. Yeah. Exotic. Erotic. It's not. I won't go with erotic. No.
No.
No. It's many things. But
I had a friend from Adelaide, and she would say "noi," like that.
Oh,
like
Jesus.
not "noi,"
Yeah, well,
not "no." She would say "noi."
She may have had a head injury. I don't know. I don't know. Look, we've got different regions with different dialects. I think the massive difference here is the terminology we use to describe things. That's the big difference in Australia. We all sound like we're snorting gum leaves, and that's never going to change. But it's definitely the way we describe things. I think is the biggest change between regions out here. For instance, New South Wales would call their football team a football team. We'd call them a pack of cunts. I'm kidding. New South Wales, we love you. Not really, but yeah. No, I'm kidding.
I don't think you're kidding. I think you're serious.
I'm going to get beat up by a bunch of New South Wales supporters.
So in Australia, there's a pack of cunts, and in the UK, there's a pack of fags. Right?
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
You can buy a pack of. No, it's not a slur. They call them a pack of fags.
That's correct.
Yeah. Cigarettes.
Correct. And he's in Australia. When you want to get a cigarette off your friend, you walk up and say, "Can I bum a smoke off you?"
Yeah, I would say that too.
I've heard that here.
Please give me a cigarette. Oh, yeah,
I'll bum a smoke.
No, yeah, I've heard that all the time.
In Finland, they say. In Finland, they say "yamet."
Yamet.
Yeah, like a little bit. Like, can I have the little bit? Yamet.
Ah. I'm gonna have to say that to somebody, and then just look at the puzzled look on their face.
Yeah.
Unless they're from that region, and then they'll answer me, and then I'll have the puzzled look on my face.
Yeah.
I just exposed the flaw in that plan. I'm not going to do it now.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Thanks, Two Guns. Got my back. I appreciate that, mate.
I went to
You wanna
high
play
school with a
Nike
bunch
Spoonie?
of Brazilians
Ah.
because I went to a Catholic
is-
school. So every year there'd be like there'd be like 20 to 30 Brazilian exchange students every year at my school because of just like there's a bunch of Catholics in Brazil. There's more Catholics in Brazil than any country on earth. So they would send them a whole bunch of them over. Brazil's one of the highest populated countries on earth. They're like 4th or 5th highest populated countries on earth.
Fucking hell.
Very close to the U.S. in population, and they're because of that, and they're so Catholic. Like it's just like the most Catholics live there, and they'll send a bunch of them over. What Brazilian kids, they think it's going to be cool. Brazilian like 16, 17, 18-year-old kids they think it's going to be cool to come to the U.S., and what they realize is that they can't drink, and weed is a lot harder to find.
Yeah, I imagine bubbles would be burst quite regularly once they got there. And it's like, huh.
Oh, most of the Brazilian kids I went to high school with were living basically like adults. And then when they came to the US, they were like back to kids again. Like they all were drinking, smoking weed. I've never seen people play soccer with cigarettes hanging out of their mouths, but a pack of Brazilian guys will just like hang like cigarettes out of their mouths while they're playing soccer against each other. Like barefoot.
They're more soccer. Like I used to think European nations were soccer crazy, but then I started learning a little bit about these countries in South America. They are so dedicated to that sport. It's like a good soccer player will be like a national fucking hero. They will have days of mourning when like old soccer heroes pass and shit. I had no
There's
idea. It's
Pele.
like, oh damn.
Most people consider Pele the greatest soccer player ever. I think he was Brazilian. Pretty sure.
And I think why it's got such a passionate following there, it is if you're good at the game, it's a way out of poverty and out of the favelas, and you can bring your family along for the ride. And yeah, so just the passion they have for that game down there is fucking unbelievable. They are fucking soccer fanatics.
It's building here. We have MLS, Major League Soccer here, and the crowds grow over time because like people from other parts of the world immigrate here, and they're fans of the sport, so they kind of we have the Sounders here in Seattle. And then we had the Crew in Columbus when I lived there. There's multiple Major League Soccer teams. I mean, like David Beckham took the payout to leave Britain and come here to the States to play for way smaller crowds, but for more money, and to live in a warmer climate and live in LA and live the bougie life and make millions of dollars playing for smaller. I mean, like, he didn't give a shit about the crowd. He's playing, like, because they're paying him because he's the greatest. So, whatever. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
got to
pretty
poop
cool fun.
again. Ben poops a lot, guys.
Oh, you know.
He's just that full of shit.
If you don't poop, you know what
I'm
happens
gonna
if you
tell him
don't
you
poop?
said that. He's gonna
You
beat
don't
you
poop,
up.
you die.
He's gonna beat you up.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna knock your butthole up.
Oh, yeah. Talk dirty to me.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, new Mech Warrior expansion out today, so I have downloaded that bad boy, and I'm going to go
shit.
stompy stomp some stuff
I didn't
in
do
the
a
big
countdown
stompy
to
bot.
that. I missed out.
You fool.
Disappointment.
I blame Two
Disappointment.
Guns.
Yeah, I regret nothing.
He's an asshole.
It's true.
Okay, he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
I did.
I harbour gratuitous amounts of disappointment.
No, yeah.
Two Guns, and me too.
You
Look at
forced
the
me to use
kitty.
a big word.
Look at the kitty.
I'll make it up
It's a
to
land
you.
seal. It's a land seal. Look.
Meow. Meow.
It's ferocious. Look at it attacking Shabby, trying to tear his arm off.
That
Look at
thing-
the claws raking his flesh.
Oh my god.
Oh no, Shabby.
I don't know what's scarier, what I'm witnessing before me or your read of it, Red Eye.
Yeah, I think my
genuinely-
warped perception of reality may be a little more alarming.
So,
I don't know, man.
we're about to wrap up this stream. Thank you for helping me to get to $73. We didn't meet the extra goal. I went for an extra hour anyway. Who cares? So, Shabisky, you're about to do some Fortnite stuff, or?
Yeah, I wasn't sure when we were gonna end this, so I still have it. It's still it's 50 minutes until it's scheduled to start, but I'll put some links in the chat if people wanna go over there. Let's see. Here we go.
G'day, Troy.
Okay, so yeah, there's a link in the chat if you guys want to click that and follow me over there. I'm playing Fortnite. Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll later on, if you keep playing into the night, maybe I'll jump into a squad later. Like I don't know if I want to be like, well, maybe I'll join your voice chat, but I don't want to be on camera. But I will see everyone again next time. Good night, everyone. Pleasant dreams.